Yes! Good afternoon, North London Derby. It's here and we need to be excited. The North London Derby is here. Tottenham Hotspur currently sitting in 8th position in the table. I mean, it doesn't really matter at the moment. There are so few points separating Newcastle in 14th and Man City in 3rd are separated by 7 points. It's all very, very tight. But Tottenham Hotspur in 8th, up against them lot down the road who are in frightening form. They are. They don't lose games of football. They don't concede goals. And my camera is a little bit off center. There we go. There we go. That's much better. How are we all? How is everybody? I am looking forward to this. I have no idea what the 11's going to be. I have no idea what the formation is going to be. But if we cannot get ourselves up for a North London derby, then what are we doing here? Hello to each and every one of you. Rumours circulating the Tinternet saying, oh, Spurs could be playing a back three, a back five, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We're about to find out in the next 10 minutes or so. In the other games, Aston Villa are 1-0 down at Leeds United. A goal by Nemecha scoring a goal in what was a very scrappy first half. I've got it on in the background. I've got the second half of that game on. But kickoff in the North London derby in about an hour and 22 minutes. Yes, and as Rooty Toots has just said in the chat, the first North London derby for a long time without Kane or Son. The new era is upon us. But will a new era bring new results? Look, let me be brutally honest. Do I look at Arsenal and go, cool, we should be winning this? No, I don't. I don't. Does that mean I don't think we can get anything? No, it doesn't. But Arsenal are the heavy favourites. They are massive, massive favourites for today. Now, I will say this. Right? Quality, we can't compete with them for quality. But what we can compete with them for is the fight. Wanting it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you win the game, but that's what I want to see as an absolute minimum today. I want to see as an absolute minimum that we're in the game. Yeah. I don't expect us to have more possession. You all know what I think about the squad, but I do expect that we are up for this game. I really want us to be up for this game. Now, my concern right now with an hour and a bit to go until kickoff isn't, is it a back four? Is it a back three? Is it a back five? We'll see. And whatever it is, it is. And that's what Thomas Frank thinks it needs to be. My concern is, are the players going to be up for it? Because that's got to be a prerequisite of being a Tottenham player, right? It's got to be a prerequisite that you're up for a North London derby. Excuse me. I'm not sure how it's possible for water to go down the wrong way. But it did, sorry, it did just go down the wrong way. I know there's only one way it can go. Bear with me. Much better. Much better. Yeah, I have also seen, I have seen that Man U are in talks. By the way, Aston Villa have just equalised. I love this bloke. I'm so gutted we never signed him. Morgan Rogers. But look, so that kind of makes it 1-1 Leeds versus Aston Villa in that game. Yeah, for me, I think that Arsenal will be quietly confident or loudly confident. By the way, but yeah, on this news, Gomez, yeah, I like him. I really like him. I think he's a good footballer. I would be going to Wolves and saying, yeah, I want a bit of that. But hey, that's for another day. That's for another day. Team news out in about 5 minutes time. I will keep you updated as soon as I get it. I'm sure one of you will get it before me. Somebody always gets it and says, oh my God, team news is out. Savva, team news is out. Right now, it's not. But this is, let's make no bones about this. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, we've got to be up for games like this. But this is a tough game. This is the best team in the country. Sorry if that pisses anybody off. They are the best team in the country right now. If you look at them right now, Arsenal have conceded 5 goals. Think about that, right? They've conceded 5 goals in 11 games. That back four isn't used to conceding a lot of goals. Now, it might be slightly different today. There's no Gabriel. But let's be brutally honest, right? Arsenal bought in Mosquera. They bought in Nkappi. Ben White can play there. Timber can play there. Arsenal have got a lot of options at centre-half. But small wins. The small wins is where we need to be at. And a small win for me is that Gabriel isn't playing, because I think I'll be honest, I think Gabriel is one of the best centre-halves in the Premier League. I think he's a phenomenal defender. I rate Saliba, but I actually am of the opinion that Gabriel is their main centre half. That's just me. So listen, we'll do score predictions a bit later. We're all going to go to meltdown, right? In about 3 minutes when the team is announced. Some people are, whatever the team is, people are going to go mad. Whatever the team is, it doesn't matter what the team is, people will go mad. I will choose to trust that Thomas Frank knows who's fit, knows who's trained well, knows who's come back from international break in good form. That's what I'm going to put my trust in Thomas Frank. But there are people that are going to lose their minds. Suddenly, everyone wants a back three. Now, I'm not against a back three. We'll see. So let's see what happens. And this is definitely not true. This is the wishful hopes of a Spurs fan, isn't it? VDV is definitely not the best centre-back in world football right now. I don't know where that's come from. I don't know how you've made that judgment against all other centre-backs in world football, but sure. Okay. Yeah, so come on. Why can't we get something today? Why can't we? Doesn't mean we will, but why can't we? Right? And again, comments like this, just absolutely ridiculous. Frank could be in trouble. Why? For losing away at Arsenal. What's he in trouble for? Our fans are absolutely ridiculous. Whatever happens tonight, Spurs are going to be 2 points off the top 4. It's really not. There's really nothing crazy. It's really crazy. And you know what, Scott? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. This is what makes me laugh. Listen, I love Mickey van der Ven. I think he's had a really good year. But when we start saying things like he's the best centre-back in world football, I mean, fucking hell. There might be some centre-backs at some of the biggest clubs in the world that might say, hang on, really? What, this guy's suddenly better than me? We do say some really funny things. I'm just going to laugh at it all today. I can't be bothered to be annoyed. But 1 minute. What do you mean name one better? I could name about 15 better. I'm not doing this silly game. Listen, I get it. People want to be biased. I understand it. But you got to remember, this is the same Phil Coys, by the way. And I love Phil, but this is the same Phil Coys that a month ago was telling us that Romero was the best centre-back in the world. Now, all of a sudden, Van der Ven's the best centre-back in the world. I mean, listen, I think they've done well, but can we just relax? I mean, look, yeah, players like Bastoni, yeah, Pacho. I think Bissek at Inter Milan is a beast as well. Marquinhos, Marquinhos of PSG. Are we just going to, no, Marquinhos doesn't exist? Like all these players, sorry, Virgil van Dijk. Sorry, like, are we really seeing Virgil van Dijk all of a sudden isn't a top class centre back? Come on, listen. We're all a little bit knee jerk in football fans, aren't we? I've never been that guy. I never will be. I can't do it to myself. Listen, I like what I'm seeing from Van der Ven this week. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing from Van der Ven, but let's let players do it over a matter of over a period of time before we say they're the best in the world right now. It's crazy. The lineup is out, and it does look like we might be playing a back. Let's have a look. Oh God. Okay. Some of this is going to excite people, and some of it isn't. It looks like we've gone to a back three of Vicario in goal. A back three of Danso, Romero, and Van der Ven. Spence looks like he's going to be the right wing back. Dogi as the left wing back, with Paulinho and Bentancur in midfield. Odegaard, Kudus, and Richarlison. So that means that the bench is Kinski, Xavi, Tell, Gray, Bergval, Johnson, Pedro Porro, Sarr, and Muani. So it looks like he's gone to the back three. So I'm happy to go with what the manager's gone with. But does that now mean that people can then, if we don't win today, and they're going to go, oh, but he got the formation wrong, this is what everyone's wanted. Van der Ven's in there, mate. Van der Ven's in there. Yeah, Van der Ven is in there. So it looks like it's going to be Spence as the right wing back. Dogi as the left wing back, Bentancur and Paulinho, which is the best two for me in the midfield. And then you're going to have Odegaard and Richarlison, and Kudus. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up on the screen. Now, they just put it up as numbers. Yeah, Eddie, I'm guessing, listen, I've got a feeling that it's going to be very touch and go with Muani because of the jaw. I think it's going to be very touch and go. So that one doesn't surprise me. It's a real risk. It is a real risk. But so let's have a look, right? So this is what people wanted to see, and we'll do this together. Let me remove this screen. This is what everyone's been asking for. Right? Everyone's been asking for it, right? So hopefully everyone's happy today. As I said, I'm more than happy to go with what the manager thinks. So this is not it, by the way. Let me just, can you see that? Nope, you can see my big old head. Let me remove my big old head. Let me change this. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. So this will be a Jed Spence, Paulinho, Bentancur, Simmons. So that will be Odegaard, and then this is Richarlison. So I make it that. Now, I don't know. Maybe he goes to two up top. Maybe Odegaard floats in behind Kudus and Richie. Maybe Odegaard goes up front with Richie. I don't know. But it's going to be, I think the back three picks itself in that way. I think the midfield four picks itself in that way. I guess the question today is going to be about how does Odegaard, Kudus, and Richarlison, how do they start? What's their positioning? Terry O'Shea, big up to my man Terry. Yeah, it could be that very much. I'll be honest, I would do that, Terry, because it allows Romero and Van der Ven to bring the ball out and Danso to be your rock solid guy in the middle. So that is the team. It's on 7. It's on the Spurs X page. It's on the Spurs X page. I haven't seen the Arsenal 11, so bear with me 1 second. Where are we? Bear with me. I'm just having a look, see if I can find the Arsenal team. All games, Premier League, Tottenham, Arsenal. Let's see if the lineups are there. So it looks like Arsenal have gone with Raya in goal. This is what I can make out. Raya in goal. They're going to go with a back four of Timber, Saliba, Hincapi, and Calafiori. The midfield is going to be Zubimendi and Rice with Marino. And then the front three, in whichever way you look at, of Eze, Trossard, and Saka. Now, Marino might go up top with Eze in the middle, but that's their team. So their team, again, for anyone that didn't get that, that is going to be Raya in goal. It's going to be Timber, Saliba, Hincapi, and Calafiori. The midfield is going to be Zubimendi, Rice with Eze, and then Marino, you would think up top. Trossard to the left, and Saka to the right. So no Gyökeres for them. I'm just seeing if he's on their bench. No. So Odegaard out injured, Havertz out, Gabriel, Jesus as well, and Gyökeres all out injured. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Listen, I'm excited. I want to be excited. All right, guys. I want to be. Let's go back to this. That's going to be. Don't like this. 1 second, people. 1 second. No, I want this. I want this. There we go. Share that. Hopefully that's got me right. There we go. We're back. Right. So everyone's got the back three they wanted. Listen, fair play to him. He's gone to the back three. He's mixed it up. People wanted this. I think this makes for a real interesting game. I'm in a very good mood today, and I'm hoping that Spurs don't mess this up for me. Now, listen, as I said, I think we would all acknowledge, right, that Arsenal are the favourites. I think we all acknowledge that. But the three at the back, it gives a different vibe on the game, doesn't it? It gives a different stance. We know the strengths of Danso, Romero, and Van de Ven. We know that. The big question for me is going to be, how does Spence do on that right-hand side? How does Udogie do on that left? Is there creativity? I mean, now Kudus is going to, it looks like Kudus will come into the middle a bit more, right? He'll probably still float out towards the right. My question is going to be, as always, is goals. It's about who in that team has goals. And this is where you're going to need to see. We're going to need to be good at the set pieces. We're going to need to maximize those. We're going to need to see Kudus, Odegaard. I need to see goals from Odegaard. I need to see goals from Kudus. I need to see. We have already Bentancur and Paulinho. Can they get forward and help grabbing the goals? Tim, so yeah, listen, I said I thought it was risky. Hey, but he's doing it. He's doing it. I've got no problem with it. He's doing it. I think it's risky. I just hope no one gets injured. I'm looking at our bench. I mean, if somebody gets injured, there's no centre back on the bench. That's a concern. Yeah, sure. That's a concern. But I guess then what we would be able to do, as long as it's not Spence that gets injured, is Porro can come on and Spence can go to the right side of centre half. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. We're gonna see, right? We're gonna see. Listen, listen. I can't complain, and the reason I can't complain is this: I wanted the coaching because a coach mixes things up, and I want to trust that coach that he knows for this game I need 4 at the back. For this game, I need 3 at the back. Go for it. Go for it. Right now, though, a lot of these YouTubers need to be very, very, very happy. They all wanted this. They've all got it, right? They all wanted it. They've all got it. The bench, for anyone asking, is Kinski, Xavi, Tell, Gray, Bergval, Johnson, Porro, Sarr, and Mawani. So the only one that I think people will have, the only one that people will have a problem with is the Richarlison bit, right? But again, I wonder how much of a risk they were willing to take with Mawani. I don't know. I don't know any more than you lot. I don't know. I'm guessing that he feels that Mawani's not the right suitable player for this game, and we have to go with that. So let me know your initial thoughts. Let me know your initial thoughts. While we do that, big up to Emma Morton with a super sticker. Thank you, Emma. Really appreciate you. Very generous indeed. Hang on. People are already moaning. Somebody's messaged me and said they're still moaning. It's like, who can you? What can you add? Let me. I'm just going to send the link to Danny. Bear with me 1 second, people. I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I want us to come on. I feel positive. I do feel positive. Hang on. Hang on. This is what they asked for. I love it. The same people that were asking for the back three are now moaning. You can't write this stuff. Big up to Emma Mawson with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Emma. Always very generous to me. Thank you. And also Andy Lester to big up Sav. Let's hope for a performance today. Damn right. Damn right. Come on. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's been a long time since we've gone and done something good at the Emirates. Come on, maybe today is that day. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, someone's bricking it. Cool. Someone's calling Frank a chicken. I mean, Savva, isn't it giving Arsenal too much respect, inviting pressure, at least pour over Spence attack-wise? I mean, this is the point, though, right? Is whatever he does, people are not going to be happy. Most of the fan base wanted the back three. You've got the back three, and now he still can't win. I've got no doubt Stell will be moaning. I've got no doubt. He asked for this, by the way. He asked for this, so let's see what he does. But I'm guessing people are going to be annoyed that Porro isn't right wing back. But let's be fair, I don't think Porro's been playing that well. I don't think he's been playing that well. So I've got no problem with this. Look, we'll see. I think I sent the link to Dan. Yeah, I sent the link to Dan. So when Dan gets here, we'll have a chat with him. Someone said it's 5 at the back, not 3. There's no intention for the wing backs to attack. And you work at Spurs? Sorry, you know this how? Are we just making things up? Are we just making things up? Come on. I'm okay with everything apart from Richie. Look, as I said, I don't really care, Bobby. I don't think any of our strikers are that good, if I'm honest. Mwani's not scored a goal for the club. Tell, I don't rate. Richie, I don't rate. I don't know, mate. I genuinely don't care. I'm cool with this. I'm comfortable with this. Let's see. I'm not saying this will work. I'm not saying it won't. I'm not saying this needs to be the team every game or the formation every game, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, but Nige, everyone was telling me they didn't want to see Xavi. They all said he's too lightweight. All of these people have got what they want. Not you, Nige, not you. Big up to you. All of these people have got what they wanted. Hang on, Lubo's asking me. But you've all got what you asked for. So look, let's see. Danny, how are we doing, Dan?
You all right? I'm all right.
I'm
yourself?
all right, man. I'm all right.
Pardon me. Yeah.
Oh. There we go. Yeah. Dan. So he's gone to the back three, as far as we can see. You must be a happy camper today.
For me, it was like what I questioned yesterday. Is it the game to do it? People are going to ask questions no matter what he does. If he would have left it as it was, people are going to ask questions. If he changes it, people are going to ask questions. It was like what you said yesterday. It's a bit of a catch-22 for the fella. Yeah. Sort of like he's screwed if he does, screwed if he don't. I think he's made the right move. I think this team is made for a back three, back five, whatever you want to call it. People got different names for it. And now I've been saying it for 2.5 years. Will it work straight away? Time will tell. But with the amount of pressure they're going to be putting on us, especially at Arsenal as well, I think three at the back is a bit of a no-brainer. Yeah. Now, if we get an injury, then things can go a bit funny. But I suppose that's where sometimes you've got to hit and hope and take that gamble. And I think we've proved enough times we've got lack of creativity there. So our only way of doing something...
He can't win. He can't win. Honestly, this is the problem. If he had gone 4-2-3-1, the same person would be going, "Oh, he's not being brave again." I don't know what more he can do. I really don't. Let that. I think that is my, this has been my one concern, right? Is the no centre backs on the bench. So first of all, let's hope that we don't get an injury to a centre back, and then second of all, I think it means that Jed Spence would have to go there if someone did get injured. But what do you what do you make? I think that's going to be the big thing people are going to talk about, right? Is that we've gone to wing backs and that Spence has started over Porro. Is that a big deal for you?
No, I think that is a sign of a more defensive back three. If he wanted to really push forward with both wing backs, Porro is the better one at going forward. But of late, Porro just hasn't looked good pretty much in any which way. So I think he's done the smart thing, putting Spence there. Can Udogie deal with Saka? We shall see. Udogie can get
Van der Ven
forward
there to double up with him, right?
Yep. And Udogie can get forward as well. I think he's going to play the way I would do that is stick Danzo in the middle, no nonsense centre back. Ball comes to you, get bloody rid of it if you have to. When in doubt, kick it out. Strong man in the middle, and then you can play Romero to his advantage, where he can push up that little bit and maybe get that passing that we need because he's one of the better passers we got. And you've also got what Van der Ven can do from there as well, and playing both as ball-playing defenders, and they still got their cover in the middle. I think we've got good strength in midfield with Bentancur and Paulinho. Them two, probably two of the stronger out of the team, especially Paulinho. And up front, well, Kudus, definitely. Odegaard. Why isn't Savva starting? That's the only one.
That's the only one saying this week that they didn't want to see Xavi. Now, I wanted to see Xavi, but most people were saying that he's too lightweight and they wanted to see more power in the team. So we'll see. We'll see, right?
And Odegaard's more powerful. I don't know about that. But
listen, as I said, I think that when people ask for what they want and they get it, I don't think they can then start throwing stones in glass houses, right?
I get what you mean.
Lots of people wanted this. They've got it, right? Now, I'm all for it, Dan. You know me. If Thomas Frank thinks this is the best thing for the team, I'm not going to argue with him. I think that we've got to remember as well, when people are talking about should we have played both attack and wing backs, this is the best team in the country, if not Europe right now. This isn't, we're not going away to play Leeds United or Wolves. We're playing Arsenal. So this is, I think he's got a good balance.
Spence says the right thing. I do.
Yeah, I think we've got the good balance. You've got Spence who can sit, and maybe Spence surprise us, but I think you've got Spence who's a bit more defensive. You've got Udogie who's going to give you more of an outlet. I think I'm quite happy with this team. I'm happy to see it.
No. Yeah, and if Udogie decides to get forward and we do somehow press forward a little bit, you can even have it that Spence stays back and you can put Van der Ven out a bit to the left and you can make it forward. There's a lot you can do with this in attack and defend. I think he's made the right choice. No, I wouldn't want Richarlison on there, but if Moana ain't fit, what other options have we got?
Agree. Well, hang on, but to dispel the myth about Dane Scarlett, all those people going, let's see Scarlett, he's not on the bench. I mean, can we put an end to this myth that he's good enough? Can we? Do you know what I mean?
No, it wouldn't be the game to do it, definitely. I mean, I just would have thought he would have put Savvy there next to Kudus, playing as the number 10 playmaker role sort of thing, and have Kudus there as you sort of target man, get the ball, hold it up for Savvy, and get the ball forward as well if he can. But I think for me, that's pretty much, bar two of them, that's the team I'd have picked.
I
mean, Moane's probably injured still. I mean, he's got a hairline fracture. That just means he needs to eat soup for a bit. But
the one thing we've got to remember as well, by the way, is we have got PSG in 3 days. I think we've got to remember that, right? We've got PSG in 3 days. So I expect to see Porro in that game, Xavi Simons in that game, Mawani in that game. Do you know what I mean? We're going to need fresh legs. We're going to need to rotate and that kind of stuff. Look, I think it'll be lovely. I think we just all get behind this today. Do you know what I mean? Let's get behind this. Let's see what happens. I don't disagree with it in terms of you're away at Arsenal. Keep it a bit tighter. And then if you're still in the game, you can open up a little bit more as the game goes on into the second half. So, this was my worry is the moment he plays a back three, this is what people say, that he's part of the bus. I don't know what people want at this stage, Dan. I genuinely don't understand what people want.
Look, being realistic in this game, let's just be realistic with it. It's Arsenal at the end of the day, and they are a lot better than we are, player for player, hands down. Yeah, what have we got a better chance of doing? Going attack and pressing them up their end of the pitch, left, right, and centre, and going for it, or with a good defence that we have, basically take up as much pressure as we can and get them on a counter attack. That I think is the better option. Yes, okay, you're letting them come on to you basically through, but we are better at the back basically than we are up the front. And I think the best chance we have got is catching them off with a counter attack, basically. If we're pressing up there and if we're going for, say, the attack, what options do you really have up there? That's the thing. So play it with your strength, and that's out from the back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Dan Harris got a good point here. Yeah, maybe Xavi coming on against tired legs, second half,
Fair
something
point.
different, a different option. But look, Dan, look, I know a lot of people say, I just back Frank to the hilt, but this is why I wanted Thomas Frank at the club. You know, a manager that's not scared to turn around and go something different today. Now, forget me as a fan, whether I agree with the 11, whether I agree this was the game to try it. I like that, Dan. I think that shows balls. I think that shows that this is a manager saying, I'm thinking about it. I'm not just saying, right, let's go with the same thing every game. I've thought about it. This is what I see best to hurt Arsenal.
Well, this is what a lot of us asked for. This is what a lot of us complained that Ange didn't have. It was just the same way, every way, without fail, basically. And this is what we wanted. This is what we'd all been saying. Frank is an adaptable person. Now, get to adapt. It doesn't mean you have to change your bloody formation every game. Adapting can just be changing one or two tweaks in the way you play, basically, to adapt to a certain player they got. But the way Arsenal play, for me, the best chance we've got, like I said, is change that formation to 3 at the back and go for the counter. Or in a worst case scenario, just take the pressure of what they're going to put on us and we get a draw out of it. It's just with any other way, I just don't see us strong up the front at all. So play from your strength, which is the back and possibly the midfield.
Yeah, see, I think when you look at this team, by the way, for anyone who cares, Aston Villa have just taken the lead at Leeds. Morgan Rogers has just scored a direct free kick. So a brace for Morgan Rogers. I like him, Dan. I think he's a really good player. I'd love good Morgan Rogers in our team. I think this is a big game for Destiny Udogie, Dan. You know, we talk a lot about Destiny needing to play in wing backs, in a wing back formation, and that's how he played at Udinese. He's going to be the main outlet, isn't he? Definitely on this left-hand side of the pitch, he's going to be the main outlet. And I think what's important here is, one, that he picks that right pass when he gets in those areas, and two, that the likes of Kudus, Odegaard, and Richie get in that box to give him options.
Yeah. That's been his main thing since he's been with us. When we see him get up there, it's the final third, the final delivery sort of thing, which he seems to slack on a bit. Whereas when I watched him play in Italy, he seemed to be significantly better at it, basically. But he's definitely going to be the one pushing up there. And a few people have said that him and Odegaard seem to have a bit of a link. Now, I don't know about that, but that's just what I've heard a few people say, basically. Yeah, he's definitely the more attacking side. Spence definitely the more defensive side. I personally think he's gone the right way. I think he's gone the right formation. I think he's picked the best team he can to do that, basically, considering we have a couple of injuries in there as well. Yeah, I do think it is the best way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I do think Leeds have just scored, but VAR are checking it for anyone that cares. Dan James has just scored, and they're checking VAR for, I don't know if they're checking for offside or what, but I think they're checking for an offside here. So we'll see. Yeah, listen, sorry, go on.
The other thing with this formation is people think that 3 at the back, you're parking the bus, it's out and out defence through and through. It's not. The good thing of what I have seen when you play 3 at the back, you can change it to 5 at the back when need be. You can even change it to 2 at the back and push your centre man forward as a DM a bit if you want to. You can go out attack with it and you're covered at the back. You can play counter with it. You can play defence with it. I just personally think it's a formation where you can chop and change during the game and play different styles out of it. Whereas other formations, I think they're set to a certain way as such. I think this is the best flexible, is that the right word? Flexible formation, where you can sort of change your style as the game goes on with the formation.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to seeing how we play. And by the way, I think we're all, I think as a collective, everyone's kind of just written off Jed Spence as though like he won't do anything going forward. This is the first time we've really seen Jed Spence in a wing-back position, Dan. And if I remember rightly, back to when he played for, God, this is going to stretch the brain. I want to say Middlesbrough, Forest, someone like that. I remember them playing a wing-back formation and Spence being very powerful driving through that right-hand side. So, you know, are we all just writing him off a bit too soon in terms of what he's capable of doing going forward?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, when it comes to getting forwards, Udogie and Porro are definitely the better, basically. I think as an all-round player, I think he's got that bit more to him than Udogie and Porro have got, because you can use him as a right back, left back. You can use him as a wing back as well. You can use him to attack, even though that's not his strongest point, but he can still do it. And he's definitely superior in the defending part. Whereas when it comes to Porro, he's there as a wing back to attack, and that's all there is to it. For defence, few and far between with him. You know my opinion on him. I do not think he is a good defensive player. So I think with Spence, you can definitely get more of an all-round player, and I think he can match the system we might try a lot better, because you can use him for if we have to sit back deep and defend, but you can also use him with pressing forward as well, having the Udogie doing his job as well. I think Frank has made the right choice.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. By the way, for anyone asking, on second look, the people, please remember, when I'm watching games and I'm live on here, I don't have the sound on, so I can only see highlights. Calvert-Lewin, it hit his arm and then went in the goal, so it has been disallowed. So Aston Villa are currently 2-1 up. I'm just checking the Premier League table. I think that will have an effect on us. Yeah, so that puts us down to 9th. And Villa up into 4th. But again, it is so tight. The Premier League table is so tight right now on points that I don't even think it matters. Let's look at Arsenal for a second, Dan. Let's look at Arsenal for a second, because it looks like Mikel Merino is going to play up front. And we know he's not a striker, so he'll play as like a false number 9 target man type forward. Up against our 3 centre-halves, that surely plays into our favour, doesn't it? Like him against Danso, Romero, Van der Ven. That's a good thing for us, is it? Am I reading too much into that?
No, I don't see why not. It doesn't matter who they play. It doesn't matter who they play up front. We have got 3 defenders there, basically. I think when it comes to Arsenal, though, their risk comes more down the sides than it does down the middle, and we are covered there. I mean, I don't think he's going to be pressing forward like an out-and-out striker, like you say. I think he's going to come back as more of a false 9 sort of thing. So I think we definitely got to keep our eyes open more on the flanks than in the middle. But obviously, you have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and going. I mean, look, obviously, Arsenal have goals from Trossard, goals from Saka, goals from Eze. Declan Rice isn't a stranger to grabbing a goal or 2. But I do think it's better for us that Gyökeres isn't playing, because obviously, whether or not people rate him, whether he's hit the ground running or not, he is a number 9, whereas Mikel Merino is a false number 9. So I quite like that. I think that we could have a lot of joy there in terms of centrally, in terms of those 3 dominating. The question I'm going to have is, it's going to be Trossard versus Spence and probably Romero on the right, and it's going to be Saka versus Udogie and Van der Ven. Have we got enough to cope with those 2? Because they're both in good form. They both score a lot of goals. Have we got enough to cope with them?
Well, that was the question with where do we put Spence, wasn't it? Do you put him on the left or do you put him on the right, basically? Do you put him on the left to try and deal with Saka? Or basically, do you put him out on the right because he is a better defender, basically, and Porro hasn't been on form either? I think we've got enough to cope with both sides, especially where we got 3 at the back now. If it's, say, for instance, coming down from Saka, Doji's got enough pace on him to keep up with him, I would say. I wouldn't say outdo him, but keep up with him and hassle him. And we definitely know that Van der Ven has got more than enough pace to come and hassle him as well. And that's where you can shift it across from the other side as such. I think it's the right formation to go for. It's definitely going to be hard to cover on the flanks, but Saka's definitely the one you're going to be watching more than Trossard. But I also think Trossard is a good player, personally. Even though a lot of people don't rate him, I think he's actually a good player.
Mate, I was gutted when we bid in 11 million. When we bid 11 million for him, I remember thinking, God, I think Arsenal got him for like 18 or 17 or something like that. Someone in the chat will tell me. And I just remember thinking, God, what a good player that is. Like, don't get me wrong, he's not an exceptional player, but he can play in multiple different positions. He gets assists, he gets goals. He always seems to do his job. Definitely one to watch out for today. But I think most games are won and lost in midfield, Dan. I mean, most games are won and lost in midfield. This is going to be really interesting today because obviously Thomas Frank has gone for, I think he's got it right. I think he's gone for the 2 senior pros in terms of Bentancur and Paulinho. Paulinho will live for a game like this. Like, that's just his mentality. Bentancur, we know he's capable of great games. He's capable of games where he's not involved at all. Let's hope it's the former. Against Zubimendi and Rice, who are a very good midfield pair. So what are you expecting in midfield from this game?
A lot of people have said they don't like Bentancur and Paulinho together. I suppose it depends what you want out of your midfield, doesn't it? I personally think Bentancur and Paulinho bring out the best of each other when it comes to a definitely more defensive sort of style that you want to play, when you want your midfield sitting deeper. I think them two actually bounce off each other really well. Now, I can understand that if you want to press with one of your midfielders, then Bentancur isn't really the one to have in there. But we're going to have pressure on us from all sides, from down the flanks and also in the middle. And I suppose in the middle, that's where you need to muscle it up a bit and you need to get stuck in a bit more. Paulinho, we all know he's more than capable of that. Bentancur, he can play that game. So, again, I think he's gone for the right option there. I mean, who else would you have stuck there, really? I meut what's Sarr going to do in a game like this? We know their midfield is strong. A very good midfield they've got. So I think we've put up, again, the best 2 for it. In this game, we're going to have to be more defensive unless they sit back and let us come at them, basically. You know they are going to put the pressure on us. And that's when I think we have played our best games. Because I don't think Spurs, for the past 2 years, even 3 years, have been a team that goes on the pitch and says, right, this is how we're going to play football. Let's see how you play it. We've always gone on there and it's more, we've played how the other team lets us play football, is how I see it. And this is why games like Man City, that game against Aston Villa, when they pressed on us so much and didn't even let us invert the wing backs at the time when we were using that. And
Dan, I don't know if you read this. Yeah, there is something going on with your camera's shaking all about. We can hear a rattling sound, just so you know. I wasn't sure if you're aware. It's not a problem.
No.
Not a problem.
No, it's the setup I've got on this. I've got to tighten it up on the bloody monitor.
No worries, man, no worries.
I think it's how they're going to let us play, basically. And they're going to push it on us and make us play a counter-attacking defensive football. And I think that's how we've looked best all the time, because I don't see them sitting back.
No. Look, this is, I'm, do you know what, Dan? I woke up positive about this game. I don't know why. You know, sometimes you get those games where you're like, oh my God, I'm dreading it. I haven't had that feeling today. Now, that's not me saying, oh my God, I think we're going to win. But I just feel like we're going to see a performance. Now, that word performance, Dan, is very different to different people. Doesn't mean I think we're going to have 70% of the ball and play them off the park and have more shots. But I want to see, I said at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the stream, Dan, I don't know if you heard me say this. they batter us for quality all day long. I can't compete with that, right? But for fight and effort, that's not about the quality of footballer you've got. We've got to match them for that. That's what I think we're going to see today. And that's what I really hope Frank has. First of all, the players shouldn't need it drummed into them, Dan, right? If you're a Spurs player, this should be right. But with Frank reinforcing it, I just feel like we're going to see a good performance. Whether that's a defeat, a win, a draw, I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know.
Well, we do have we seem to be much better away than we are at home. And I agree with what you're saying. I just want us to go out there and be men today, not boys. Get stuck into the game if you have to. If we have to, play the game as dirty as you have to scrimp a result out of this one way or another. If we come into this game and the players have just got no balls on them, basically, and play that way that they did against Chelsea, then I've got big questions for Thomas Frank after the game. Because if you can't psych up a team for a game like Chelsea and a game like Arsenal, I've now got questions for the mentality with the manager and the players. Now, he can get the formation right, he can get this right and everything, but then it's also down to the players turning up as well. The manager can only do so much. But again, I said, if they can't get psyched up for this game, then you think, what sort of game can they do it for? And you will have to question the manager on that. Why can't you get your team? Now, if we just get totally played out the park, but by the superior team, by the better team, but you can see that the team has given it its all, even if it's a 3-0 defeat, you're going to be pissed. But you can sit back and say, you can see that the players put their effort in. You can see that their heart was with it.
Yeah, we lost to the better team, but we gave it a go and we were in it. And absolutely. Yeah.
You're still going to be pissed off with it, but you're going to walk away and just like, at least we got stuck into the game. Whereas with Chelsea, it was like we didn't even bother. It was like we couldn't even be asked with it. And it wasn't even just beaten by the superior team. We just looked like we couldn't even be bothered on the day. And that's what I think a lot matters with today. As long as we get into it and we give it our all, and you can see the players that give it everything they got. If we get done by the better team, so be it. But you just want to see the players get stuck into the game.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think when you look at the 11 he's picked, Dan, one of the things you mentioned there was about you want to be men today and not boys. I think when you look at the 11 he's picked today, he has picked the men, so to speak. If and I think that's why Xavi Simons not starting could be because of his physicality. You look, Bentancur and Paulinho, both 6 foot plus, right, men. Adogi and Spence are powerful players. Danso, Van der Ven, Romero, Kudus, Richie, the enigma that is Richie, right? The only one that's probably small and dainty, if you will, is Odegaard, but somebody's got to play there, right? So I think he's got it right. And I think most Spurs fans think my chat is not as negative as it normally is. That's what I'd say. There are a few who just go against anything that Thomas Frank does. I get it. But in the main, I think he's got this right. If I offer you right now, Dan, at 5-4 on the day of the North London Derby at the Emirates, if I offer you a point right now, don't worry about how we play. Don't worry about how they play. Don't worry about the score. If I offer you a point right now, are you taking it right now?
Snap your hand off with that one. Of course.
Let me ask the chat. Everybody, if I offer you a point right now, I know people are going to come back and go, oh, I only want to win. Sure, but it's away at Arsenal. Would you take a point right now if I offer it to you? Sorry, Dan, go on.
It's going to be that game where even if we go into it and we give it nothing and we're absolutely crap and everything else, but we get a point out of it, it's going to be that one where you sit there and say, well, we were bloody lucky, but it's that one where you can walk off with a smile because you was lucky, even if your team didn't play well, because you got a point out of Arsenal. Now, another game, you might get a bit more stuck into that of like, no, we got the draw out of pure luck, nothing else. We were terrible, but this and that. Yeah, you can still say that with this game, but you'll be walking off with that bit more of a smile because it is Arsenal at the end of the day. And if we get a point there, you're going to be happy no matter how it's done. Yeah, you can ask the questions of the game and whatever else and that, but I don't think there's many expecting us to go into this game and come out with anything but a loss, really.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I listen. It's difficult, right, Dan? I mean, we're older now. Well, I suppose we're all getting older, but we've seen many a defeat at Arsenal. So a defeat at Arsenal doesn't. I don't want to say it doesn't annoy me. It annoys me, but it's not like I'm going into this thinking, "Oh my God, there's no way if Spurs lose, this is the end of the world." Yada yada. I think for a lot of people, this is very much more about the performance right now. But what would it do, Dan? Imagine we could steal a victory. I don't care if it's 40 shots to them, 1 shot to us, and we win 1-0. I don't care. What could a victory do here for Frank, for the players, for the fans? What could it do?
I suppose you can ask that with any game, really. What can a victory do?
Course,
you would expect it to have some sort of mental. You would presume it would have some sort of mentality effect of like, right, we've just done the best team in the country, team that looks like they're going to win it, and we've done them at their ground. Right, let's now get stuck into the rest of the season. But to do that, we need to get our act together at home as well. Could it have a massive effect in that aspect? Like, called it, like butterfly effect on it? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it just be that game that we get in and win, and then absolutely you don't know. But I would have thought if ever there's 2 games to play, and that could psych your team up a little bit for the next 5 games, let's say, and then take it on from there, it's a winner with Chelsea or Arsenal for me.
Yeah,
Man City, we win that. Yeah, it's a good win, but it's Man City at the end of the day. We're used to doing that with them.
It's kind of like a stigma now with Man City, isn't it?
Exactly.
By the way, one thing that we can't take, though, is we can't be sitting here on North London Derby Day, a live YouTube show, and we've got 160 likes. I mean, Dan, whatever we think, that can't be right? That we should be on 300-400 likes. Subscribe if you haven't, please, people. Really appreciate that. And thank you to the super chat so far. And somebody's just bought me a coffee, but it says from Anonymous, and it just says, "Come on, you Spurs." So thank you to whoever bought me a coffee. I really do appreciate that. The link is pinned if you do want to do that. And big up to Emma, who's put in a second super chat. Thank you, Emma. Really appreciate you. You're always way too generous to me. So thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. It's this person is desperate to be seen. Desperate. This person has put in about 95 messages, all cussing Thomas Frank. I get it. You don't like Thomas Frank. So what if you lose? Will anyone sympathize with Thomas? Mate, I don't know. I've seen all your posts. All your posts are saying he's changed formation. Why? Hang on, what's going on outside the front of my house? Sorry, one sec.
I mean, I think it's...
Hang on. Sorry, can I leave you for 1 second? Sorry,
yeah,
Dan.
yeah, it's
one
fine.
second.
It's fine. I think it's one of those things where it's like it got said yesterday. It's a catch-22 situation for the fella. If he didn't change the formation or didn't at least make it look like he's trying to adapt to this game, there would have been a lot of people asking questions. The fact that he has changed the formation, there's going to be people asking questions. If it goes and works, there's going to be a lot of people sitting there with a bit of a smug look saying, yep, told you that was the formation, me being one of them. If it doesn't work, you're going to have a lot of people sitting on there saying, oh, why did we change it in this game? See, that formation had never worked, this, whatever else. No, we're only going to see if this formation will work out if we play it over an amount of time, whether it is the right formation for it. But we are basically going into a superior team, basically, that in every which way can totally batter us. And I think he's made the right football decision, basically. With going 3 at the back, I just think we look significantly stronger. When you put that on paper, when you put us with a 4-2-3-1, or you put us with a 3-4-2-1, on paper, I personally think it looks better player for player. Everyone looks like they're more in their right position, except Kudus may be pushed into the middle. Either way, if he didn't take a chance or he didn't adapt anything or change anything, people were going to complain. The fact that he has gone and done it, was it the game to do it? Time will tell. But people were going to moan about that as well. It was a catch-22 for Leather, as far as I'm concerned. And again, I think he's made the right moves. And also that takes a bit. It does take a bit of bottle to change it on a game like this. Like what I said yesterday, and you agreed with it. Like I just said there, is this the game to try that as such? But fair play.
Let's be fair. Whatever he does, he gets shit. If he plays a back four, people say we don't want a back three. If he plays Spence, they say they want Porro. If he plays a Dogie left, some people want Spence there. If he plays Bentancur, some people want Sarr. Some want Bergvall. Some want Gray. If Odegaard starts, I wanted Simmons. If Richie... So, look, I think we've just got to get behind him. I don't see anything wrong with this team. I think he's got options now. Mawani, Simmons off the bench. Bergvall off the bench. Pedro Porro can always come on if we need to be a bit more expansive going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is what we've asked for. We've asked for a manager that wants to try things. We've got it. We've got it. So let's see what happens. By the way, for anyone out there, Aston Villa have beaten Leeds 2-1. They are flying at the moment, Aston Villa. And as such, they have now gone into the top 4. So Arsenal, 26 points. Chelsea, 23. Man City, 22. Aston Villa, 21. If Spurs win today, we will go back into the top 4. We will go over Aston Villa on goal difference. If we draw today, just from a quick look, we will end the night in 6th on 19 points. But it's so tight, Dan, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen a Premier League table this tight. It's really tight.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much when you do look at that table, I mean, what is it from 3rd or 4th down to about 10th? There's only about 3 or 4 points in it. It is a very close one. I don't really think anyone's had. I think stable is the wrong word. I don't think anyone's really had a consistent season so far, except for Arsenal. I suppose you can look at Sunderland and a couple of teams like that and said, yeah, they're doing well for what you thought they might do. But I don't think any team, bar Arsenal, look stable. Is a consistent. City don't look it. Liverpool, what the hell has happened there? I do not know. I think the only other team, I mean, Liverpool, for me, I thought they were the ones that would take it this season. Well, I couldn't have got that one more wrong by the look of it. But the other one I did say, as the underdogs, keep an eye on them this season, is Chelsea. Chelsea seem like they're slowly working their way up there and they're not a million miles off it. But
Chelsea have won 5 from their last 6. So they're, I mean, but so they should be up there, right? Like when you look how much money Chelsea have spent, you look at the options, they should be. I don't think we should be anywhere near a Chelsea, to be honest. However, what is actually happening at the moment in the Premier League table? When you look at, I mean, again, I'm really hesitant to talk about league positions too much because, like, Liverpool are 11th, damn, but a win in their next game, they could be 4th. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's all very tight. But when you look at this, I think a point today, a win or a point today, and I think after 12 games, it would have been a really good start to the Premier League season. You know, if we win today, it means the only 3 teams above us are City, Chelsea, and Arsenal. And if we draw today, it means the only teams above us are Arsenal, Chelsea, City, Villa, and Palace. So it's not been there's a lot riding on this game, but I don't think it's the end of the world. You've got Fulham next in the league, followed by, I want to say Brentford. Somebody in the chat will tell me if I'm wrong. Is it Fulham and Brentford the next 2 games in the league? Am I missing one?
I know Fulham's the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, I can't remember. My memory's not good for stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but we could. Where else are we expected to be at the moment? Because we are in a bit of a. Well, we are basically in a transition. New manager, new this, new that. Like, what's happened with Levy? What's happened with this? It's like, well, this is where I just look on this season at the moment. So far, okay. again, there's been times I think we have looked absolutely terrible out on that pitch. And I think we even managed to pull off like a game looking worse than what we did under Ange. But I think there's been times where we have actually looked pretty solid on the pitch and looked good. But the majority, I think we've been okay. And
yeah, no, I agree.
When you go and finish
17th
like last season and get smashed like we did game after game after game, really, there's one main thing we need to do, and that's up it at home a bit. If we could at least up it at home, it looks. But the thing different.
Is, as I said, Dan, this year for me, the actual league position isn't my driver. Again, Dan, this is only me as a fan. I can only speak for me, right? As Savva, I can't speak for anybody else. The actual league position isn't the driver. Now, I don't want to see us in the bottom half. That will piss me off, right? But for me, if I can see that we're building, see that we're growing, I can see that we're adding some good players, I'm more than happy for this year because I think everything was a complete reset in the summer. So right now, I'm not going to be panicked about, oh, we're 5th, oh, we're 9th, oh, we're 7th, oh, we're 9th. Right now, I'm going to let everyone play everyone once, see where we sit, right? It's not the end of the world, right, at all, where we are. Even, as I said, even if we lose today, people go, oh, we're 9th. Yeah, we'd still be 3 points off top 4. It's not like the end of the world. So I'm just trying to keep a bit grounded this season because I've got really bored over the last few years of being so annoyed by it all. I know people want the drama and the panic down. I just don't think I've got it in me anymore. I really don't think I've got the energy for it.
I think with this season, we just need to see progression. And okay, you can turn around and say if we finish 15th, we've progressed from last season, technically, if you want to be technical about it, yeah. But let's just be realistic about it, yeah. That team should never have ever been in 17th place come love nor money. Now, I'm not saying it's a bloody title winning team, but it ain't a bloody 17th. We'll put it this way. If there'd have been one or two teams that came up this season, in last season, we'd have gone down. If Sunderland would have came up last season and got that team, we'd have been out. We'd have been gone, I think. We only stayed up in that league last season because there was 3 terrible teams below us. I just want to see progression with manager and players. Like Simmons, for instance. I don't think he's been good since we've had him. I don't think he's been no better than Odebert or Tell, really. Yes, he's had a flash of a moment. We know there's a player there. But slowly but surely, as long as I start seeing progression off the player, that's what I want to see. Because not all players land on their feet, basically. Same with the team, the manager. As long as I'm seeing progression through the season, where you can see things are stabling up a bit better, you can see what we need, you can see progression, I'm going to be happy. Whereas if I see us get to a certain point, like, let's just say now, for instance, and then it just goes off a cliff again, then I'm going to be asking questions again. I just want to see progression. Steady, basically.
No,
what else can you ask for really this season?
I agree with you, which is why I think this is why when I've tried to have the calm conversation about Spurs, I didn't ever think Spurs were going to go from 17th to suddenly, oh my God, look how amazing we are. Everything's been fixed. Now, if we're talking about a year down the line from now, I want to see a lot better, of course, but a year down the line from now will be 2 or 3 transfer windows down the line as well. So I would fully expect poorer players to leave, better players to come in. Frank will have more time with them. It's a good question. It's a really good question, actually. By the way, yeah, can we? Lots of people are in the chat talking about Dan so long throws. I can't remember Spurs have actually scored a goal from a Dan so long throw. I'm not saying we haven't. I just can't particularly think of one. Can anyone tell me a goal we scored? When people keep saying that's our best way of scoring, I don't think we have yet. But this is a good question from Dan Harris. Said, Savva, Rodgers or Semenyo if you can only take one? Well, Dan, let me caveat by saying I'll take either. I think both are very good players. And Spurs tried for both in the summer, didn't we? I think ideally what we need more at this stage would be a Semenyo. But if you said to me right now, Morgan Rodgers has just signed, I'll bite your hand off.
Not complaining.
Yeah, I think he's a top player. He's He's got what a lot of ours don't. He's direct with power and scores goals. I like him a lot. What about you, Dan?
I wouldn't say no to either of them. Again, I think it comes down to, like what was said last night. I don't think they say Frank don't know his best 11. Well, we don't know the best 11. We can say we know. We can say we know 6, maybe 7 of the first team, and then the rest of it's all ifs, buts, and maybes on the day sort of thing. I'm still not sure that Frank even knows his formation yet, of what he wants to really do with these players and the formation he wants to use and the style he wants to use, because it's all he's been able to do at the moment. And I think he's done a respectable job of it. He's played with the cards he's got, which is something that I've said I want to see a manager be able to do, and that's play with the deck of cards he's got. And sometimes you don't get the best hand, but you can blag it and you can win from it as well. And it can also bite you in the arse at the same time as well. I think either of them two, it depends on what is Frank's plan. What is his main idea? What formation does he want us to go for in the long run, basically? If we're going to use an out-and-out left winger, then you want Semenyo there all day long. If you want to play it as more how we're playing it today, and I think Kudus and Odobert are going to be more in the middle, I'd say Rodgers might be slightly better for that job. But again, I wouldn't say no to either of them. But again, I still don't know what Frank main intention, formation, what he wants to get to, basically.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But I'll tell you what I like about both of them. You know, when people are saying, you know, Thomas Frank, people say he's a yes man. I hear this all the time about managers. If you actually look at all the players we tried to sign in the summer, it seems to be a recurring theme with them, Dan. When you look at Eze, right? When you look at Rodgers, when you look at Gibbs-White, right? Kudus, Paulinho, they're all powerful. They're all powerful guys. And that is what gives me hope going into these transfer windows. I think we've got loads of skinny kids. Like I'll be honest, I was watching before I came up to do this, my uncle's downstairs. We were watching the Villa game. And he said to me, what you notice about Villa? He said, look how powerful they are from 1 to 11. Look how powerful all their players are, right? And then when you look at Spurs, most of today we've actually gone quite powerful. But when you look at Spurs a lot of the time, you've got a Gray, you've got a Sarr, you've got an Odegaard, you've got a Tell, you've got a Johnson. It's a bit powder puffed. Do you know what I mean? So yes. I want to see Semenyos. I want to see Rodgers. I'd love a Ruben Neves, you know, powerful footballers. And I think that is the difference between us and Newcastle and Villa. And I put us with Newcastle and Villa because I think we're the next notch down from the big four. Is that fair to say, or?
No, I would agree with that. That's one thing why I really like Newcastle's midfield. I mean, like the Tonali for me is a very, very underrated player. Very underrated.
Love rolling around on the floor, but other than that, he's a class footballer.
What player don't these days, really? Especially one that's come from Italy or Spain. But that is why I do like their midfield so much. It is just out and out powerful. And they do obviously have the skill in there with Tonali. We don't seem to have, a lot of the time over the past few years, we've had to put up with, how do I describe this? It's like when you was 18, 19 and you got drunk that night in the pub and you know things were going to go wrong, but you always knew you had that mate next to you who could cover your ass, but there was always that fella in the group next to you who couldn't do, you basically had to look after him at the same time as well. Whereas you'd more want it where you knew you had all your mates that could cover each other as such, but there was always that little weak one in the group that you had to basically help out because he couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag, basically, And that is what I feel we get a lot of in our team, except the majority of our team, a lot of the time, I think has been actually quite physically weak. This is, again, why I agreed with you earlier with Paulinho and Bentancur in the middle. That's significantly stronger. That's 2 men standing there. Now, I'm not saying Bentancur is an out-and-out powerhouse or nothing, not at all, but significantly more. I'd rather have him next to me if it went wrong than Sarr, Bergvall, Gray, I mean, what are you going to do with Bergwall Gray? Tell them to go wait outside with their can of Coke, basically, while you sort it out inside? No, I'd rather have my mate with me who's having a beer. So I do agree with what you're saying.
Why, when people constantly talk about this midfield and Bentancur Paulinho thing, as I've said before, listen, I won't die on a hill for Bentancur. I think I've always said the same to you, Dan, the last 2-3 years. I like Bentancur. That's it. I think Bentancur's a 7 out of 10 midfielder for me. 7 out of 10 midfielder. I know what I'm going to get. Sometimes he's dreadful, sometimes he's brilliant, but I think he's a 7 out of 10. But when I watch Sarr, when I watch Gray, when I watch Bergvall, I don't know what I'm going to get. And for me, I'd rather have the guy that might not be glamorous, might only be a 7 out of 10, but until we go and buy a proper ball-playing midfielder, I'd rather that guy plays than a liability. And this season alone, we've had people going, Star's got to play. Sarr plays, and then everyone moans, oh, he don't do anything. Bergvall's got to play. Bergvall starts, gives the ball away. We don't. So for me, that's where I am with that. It's not that I don't think we need better midfielders, Dan, but with what we've got, I think Bentancur is the best of an average bunch of midfielders for me.
I think Bentancur is a good player, and I think a fellow on your chat just put basically perfect message for him there. Daniel J. Harris, 1616. Bentancur is an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't quite say an 8 out of 10. I'll go more a 7, but until he does that one moment of switching off. He always did that at Juventus. He's always done it his whole career, where he can be having a spectacular game, and then it's like he gets a phone call off his wife or the other person, whatever, and he switches off for a minute and literally lets the ball roll past him. He has always been known for doing that. But I do think he's a good player. Ever since he's had them injuries, I must admit, he hasn't looked the player that we got at first as such.
Yeah, of course.
But this is again where I think Paulinho brings the best out of him, basically, and he can bring out. They're both stable with each other, basically. I don't think one has to worry about the other as such. Whereas if you're starting with Bentancur and say Bergvall there, Bentancur's going to be looking over his shoulder of that man he's got to look after, sort of thing. Or if he's got Gray there, or even Sarr there. And same as Paulinho, if he's starting there with either of them, he's looking over his shoulder of who have I got to look after on the side. Whereas them two together, I think they bounce off each other well, definitely in the more defensive style sort of thing. You've got two men standing there who can cover each other, basically.
Yeah. See, I think this is the thing. I think if you've got someone not as powerful, but is a midfield controller, right? I'm all for it. But until then, I want that power in the midfield. And as we said the other day, I do think it's a bit sad that how long has Bentancur been here? 4 years now?
About that,
And in that time since we bought Bentancur, we've not bought a better midfielder than Bentancur in 4 yeas. Like that's where we're at with it, right? In 4 years, we've bought Basuma, Sarr, Gray, Bergvall, and loaned Paulinho. So for me, I think we desperately need to get better in there. But I fancy he'll have a good game today. I fancy those two in midfield will want the battle with Rice. I think they'll enjoy the battle with Rice and Zubimendi. That's just my opinion.
Physically, I'd say it's very evenly matched. Very evenly matched. If you come to who's the better player, whether people like to admit it or not, Declan Rice is a quality player. For me, not quite world class, but I think he's only a step down from it, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's a million miles off it. I know some people won't like hearing that, but I do think he is a brilliant player. And the other one they got, he's good as well. But I think, do you know what? On the physicality side, definitely with Paulinho there, maybe we've got that little one step up on him. Not far, but just a little bit, because I think Paulinho adds that much physicality to it. He can boss it. I mean, he ain't the biggest fella either, but we know he gets stuck into a game. We know he can physically control that midfield when he needs to. It's just he's not your man to go forward with it. yeah, when it comes to a physicality side, I think we might have that little step on them with Paulinho. But when it comes to just quality of player, yeah, you can't say they have the better midfield.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's going to be very interesting because, you know, Zubimendi is a player that a lot of clubs wanted. We know his game. We know he's more of your Rodri-esque, not as good as Rodri, but Rodri-esque, wants the ball, wants to dictate, pass through the channels. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it in there. And by the way, I don't know if you saw earlier, there's a lot of talk today that Man United look like they're the favourites to get João Gomez from Wolves, which is a player I would quite like. But hey, interesting times. Dan, give me a, yeah, I think he's a wonderful pass for the ball. I want a bloke in midfield who passes. Like, that's their game. Not, because whenever I do this with people like Lubo and Johnny, they always say to me, but get his pass percentage up. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about somebody's pass percentage. I'm talking about somebody whose natural game is to pass a football. Locatelli's natural game is, give me the ball, I will dictate the flow of a game. And that's what I think we need. Right now in the chat, I'm asking you this, Dan, but I'll ask everyone in the chat first. Guys, 7.5 minutes till kickoff. What is the score going to be today? If you just put in a score like 2-1, I will take it that you mean Arsenal are winning. So please tell me the score and who to. Dan, give me a score prediction. You've seen the 11s. Give me a score prediction.
Right, just a quick thing on what you just said. My ideal player for what I would love to have now next to Paulinho is a Michael Carrick.
Oh,
that is what I would want there. That sort of player. Obviously, again, another one of the most underrated players ever, in my opinion.
Correct.
But that is the type of player you want there.
I think he is the most underrated Premier League player of all time. People will talk about him like good player. I'm like, no, he was a class midfield. Like, he was quality. But yeah, I agree.
My head says Arsenal 3-1. I'm going to go 1-0, and I think we're going to play it dirty. I think we're just going to get. This is what I'm hoping. I think with the players we've got there, we're going to get stuck into it. Give them a dirty game. Richarlison is going to be a complete bitch at the other end of the pitch and wind them up no end. And I think we are just going to be dirty on that pitch because skill-wise, if we go in and try and play them at their game skill for skill, it wouldn't be the smart thing to do. I think we're going to go in there, be the underdogs, get stuck in, be dirty, and get the best out of what we can out of a game. So I'm going to go 1-0. And I think it'll get done in a very dirty manner, and I won't be complaining.
4 red cards, a couple of red cards on either side, a brawl in the middle of the pitch. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised with a red card today. Yeah,
no, I wouldn't. I'm going to go with 2-2. People call me. I'm going to go with 2-2. I quite like the look of the lineup. I'm intrigued. I'm going to go with 2-2. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a bit positive. I don't think there's anything wrong. Listen, I think if he can get a win, if I'm not wrong, he'd be the first Spurs manager to win in the Premier League at Arsenal for 15 years, 16 years, is it? Since we beat them in the league at the Emirates. It was
2010.
This is how long ago it was.
Was it 2010?
Yunus Kabul.
Yunus Kabul.
I was there.
Yeah. When we done them 3-2, when they was up 2-0, wasn't it? When they was up 2-0, when we done them 3-2. Yeah.
Free kick came over. Kabul got there first with a header. Yeah. Big Kabul. He was a big lad, wasn't he? I'm going to go with 2-2. If we win, if we can get a win, it'd be lovely to have some bragging rights just for a week. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely to have a little bit of bragging rights. And also,
I possibly put a dent on their season, sort of thing. Would that have a domino effect on them, as in we just got done by Spurs at home and knock them off their high horse a little bit? Same as it might up our gear a little bit. You don't know, but it'd be lovely no matter what.
Yeah, it would be lovely, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a place where no one's given us a chance. The bookies have written us off. Most of the fans have written us off. It would be lovely to just. Even a point, I think, would feel like a win. If we're brutally honest, I think even a point the way Arsenal fans have been talking to me as though this is a foregone conclusion, that they're going to smash us. So with 4.5 minutes to go, here is me trying to put my best energy out into
that's
the
one
universe.
thing Arsenal need to make sure they don't do as well, and that's come out on that pitch and be complacent. That's one thing they have to be careful of as well, but I don't think they will. I think their team, mentally wise, I think that is what has let them down over the past 3-4 years. But I think as time's gone on, you can see the team itself, the players getting older, getting mentally stronger as well. They just need to cross that line as such now. So I don't think they're going to come on there and be complacent, but this one thing that I think anybody has to be careful on the day where you're literally expected to walk out there and walk the game easy as such.
Yeah. Well, look, the players are coming out onto the pitch. Maybe this is the game, Dan, for Richarlison to show us that he is Brazil's number 9. Listen, I'll be honest. Today for me is not about which player I rate and which player I don't. This is just about get the job done. Yeah. I feel like we spend too much time all debating, this player, that player. I don't care. I just want to get a result here, and we'll see. But
last I'll say on that quick, it's not a player we need to turn up today. We need that team to turn up today. We need a team performance, not a player to come out and do his go. We need that team to work as a team today to stand a chance. All right, then I'm going to go make my coffee for the game as such, and I'll speak to you later. Take care of yourself.
See you in a bit, my man. Take care. Thanks, Dan.
No problem. Bye.
Guys and girls, it's here. It's here. Get your last score predictions in. The players have shaken hands or done the old slap or whatever they do these days. The fireworks have stopped going off, and here are the teams for the North London derby. Arsenal line up like this. Obviously, Mikel Arteta is their manager. David Araya is the goalkeeper. A back four of Timber, Saliba, Hincapi, and Calafiori. A midfield, Sky have put their midfield out as Zubamendi, Rice with Eze as well, which means that they will play with Saka on the right, Marino through the middle, and Leandro Trossard down the left-hand side. The substitutes for Arsenal are Kepa, Mosquera, White, Martinelli, Norgard, Madueke, Nwaneri, Lewis Skelly, and Dowman. So they've got some good players on the bench. Tottenham led out by Thomas Frank. Vicario in goal. A back three of Danso, Romero, and Mickey van der Ven. A midfield four of Spence, Paulinho, Bentancur, and Destiny Adogi. Kudus and Odegaard, they're saying, are going to play in a kind of double number 10. And up front, the Brazilian wonder that is Richarlison. Come on, Richie. Grab some goals today. The bench, Kinski, Simmons, Tell, Gray, Bergvall, Johnson, Porro, Sarr, and Randall, Kolo, Muani. Still, they've got a good bench as well, haven't they? They've got a good bench as well. So anyway, the North London derby is 1 minute away. I'm excited. Let's get this going. Let's get some positivity in the air. Before the trolls all come in, because the moment Spurs concede a goal, the trolls come in, and it's almost like they don't support Spurs as soon as Spurs concede. So let's see what happens. And we're off and underway in just under 30 seconds, I hope. Just under 30 seconds to go. Still a few fans trickling into the stadium. Imagine getting there late for this one. I think Arsenal fans are singing that silly song they sing. All right. Spurs are going to get the game off and underway. Rodrigo Bentancur is going to get us underway. Here we go. And we are off. Come on. Come on, Spurs. Let's do this. A ball played forward immediately, headed away by Arsenal's back four. And an offside as the ball went into Mikel Merino. And Tottenham will have a free kick. Sorry about the sitting sideways. The screen is there. Come on, let's get this. I really, really hope we do get something here today. As the ball is played forward, won by Zubamendi, but Kudus now tries to look for Odegaard down the left-hand side, but Saliba gets there first and gets it back to Raya, who slices. His clearance isn't good, and Kudus ducks underneath it. Adogi can bring it down, and then Adogi with really poor touch, and he puts the ball out, and it's a throw-in to Arsenal on the right-hand side, which Urian Timber will take for them. Declan Rice hooks the ball forward. Bentancur heads it back. Rice heads it back. And then Saka knocks it long to Danso. He heads it back to Romero, who hooks it clear. And Kudus, who is definitely more centrally here, tries to bring the ball out the air, doesn't, and it's a throw into Arsenal on the right-hand side with Urian Timber. So nothing's happened here so far in the first 90 seconds, lots of throw-ins. And here is Hincapi, who goes across to Declan Rice. Declan Rice now drives a really good ball, actually, over to the right-hand side to Saka. Really good play by Destiny Udogie, nips in. Here he is, Destiny Udogie, plays a ball down the line to Richarlison, but Saliba's going to get there first, and it's going to be a throw-in to Tottenham. Really good defending that from Destiny Udogie. Really good defending from Destiny Udogie. So it's a throw-in to Spurs on the left-hand side. Udogie will take this. He plays that into Bentancur. He is tackled and loses the ball, and now Arsenal have got the ball with Trossard. Romero steps in, but doesn't get there. Romero needs to get back. I don't like it when Romero does that. His Saka plays the ball into Eze, scoops it over. Good save and cleared for a corner kick. I'll be honest, I don't like it when Romero does that. I hate it when he does that. He goes into midfield, tries to win the ball, doesn't, and then suddenly he's running back and we don't look set. Eze dinked a ball over the back four. The volley from Rice was saved. It was a great ball from Eze, if we're honest. Declan Rice got a good hold of that. Vicario saved it with his legs, and then it hit Danso and went out for a throw-in. For a corner, sorry. So a corner kick to Arsenal here. First chance of the game to Arsenal. Here's Bukayo Saka, the captain of Arsenal. He's going to take the corner. We know how good they are from set pieces. Corner comes in, and it's headed over the bar by Timber, and a goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, I'll say it before I say it again. I don't like it when Romero does that. And I know everyone praises Romero all the time. For me, he's got to cut that out of his game. He's got to cut. He had no need to go wandering into midfield there. No need. Trossard nicked it past him, and now suddenly the back three is a back four. So you've got to, good ball by Eze, but Spurs survive, and now it's a goal kick flicked on back by Arsenal. Romero should mop this up as he clears it out for a throw into Arsenal on the left-hand side. So here is Hincapi. He goes across to Urian Timber. Back into Saliba. Here's Declan Rice. I mean, you can see already, technically, they're miles above us, technically. Here is Mikel Merino. He lays the ball into Timber. He gives it to Bukayo Saka. Arsenal just starting to control the game now. Technically, so much better that you can see their players are technically above us. And this time, the ball down the line from Merino to Saka is blocked by Udogie and out for a throw-in. Spurs have just got to stay in the game. Just stay in the game. We don't want to go one down early doors. So here is William Saliba to Timber. He dinks the ball over the top, and that's a poor ball, but goes all the way through to Vicario. Here's Christian Romero back to Vicario. He gives it to Mickey van der Ven. And you've got to remember, guys, we haven't played three at the back for months. This is going to take some time. I think it's going to take a bit of time. I know everyone thinks you switch to a back three and you're suddenly ready. It's going to take time. Here is Saliba, a long searching ball that goes over Jed Spence and Trossard out for a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. They're just showing, is that Gabriel on the bench? Their win ratio without Gabriel does drop, but from 65% to 33%. So that can give you, why hasn't he used it though? Because you've got to have fit centre halves to play it. We've been struggling for centre halves the last couple of months, haven't we? That's why you've got to have the players available to play the formation. There's a ball over the top by Van der Ven, headed clear by Saliba, and Spurs win the throw on. Yeah, I don't expect us to cling onto the ball. As I said, I don't think we've got many technical midfielders that want the ball that can hold on to the ball. So I think it's going to be a long game. Yep, absolutely going to be a long game. Here's Bukayo Saka, plays it down the line. Mickey van der Ven goes in with a silly tackle. The ref's not going to book him, but silly tackle from Mickey, but he stopped the attack. I don't know what this means, but we are still the same. I don't know what that means. Still the same as what? Rob, it's my worry about it, right? It's the risk, isn't it? It's the risk. It's the risk. So Arsenal started fast. You would expect them to. You would expect them to at home. You would fully expect Arsenal to have the ball. And Spurs have got to make sure we can deal with this pressure. So far, 7.5 minutes gone. Arsenal with the only chance of the game. There's a ball over the top. A Destiny Udogie. Oh, Destiny gets there first. Puts it back to Vicario. He clears it, but poorly. Really poor from Vicario. So poor with his feet. Here's Bukayo Saka. Done well there. Mickey van der Ven pushed it back out towards Zubimendi. He goes back to the halfway line. And here's Bukayo Saka. Dinks the ball across and headed clear. Dinks back into the box, and then Jed Spence clears it. And now Kudus can come away with it, but he's got three men around him. And Arsenal win it back. And Arsenal are hunting impacts here. Early doors, Arsenal are on it. And we need to stay in this game in this first 15 minutes. We need to stay in this game. Good block there by Kevin Danso, but Arsenal here. But Aaron, this is what I mean. He can't win. He can't win. If he doesn't do that, people say they want to see it. If he does do it, they don't want to see it. I don't know what we want. As a shot is blocked by Arsenal, by Romero, and the ball goes into the arms. I'll give it a rest. Jesus, we're in the middle of a North London derby. Give it a rest. Come on. Come on. Give it a rest. Come on. Can we just see the game out before we start talking about swapping Thomas Frank? Jesus Christ, our fans are awful. What a terrible fan base we have got at times. Come on, man. We need a manager who knows that football is about the brain, not brawn. What do you mean? Tony, we're playing the best team in the country, and if not Europe right now, away. What were you expecting? What are you fans expecting? You don't think Arsenal are going to dominate here today? What is wrong with our fans? Can we just have a bit of, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Relax. We're only 10 minutes in. Relax. So here's Destiny Udogie with a throw. Honestly, fans. Honestly. The ball played out. It's got out for a throw into Arsenal. Mate, absolutely. I don't, as I said, Ian, before, they are technically superior. We've just got to fight and work hard. Look at they've got players like Zubamendi and Rice and Eze and Trossard. Do you know what I mean? Bukayo Saka. We don't have those players. Here's Danso, wins the ball off Trossard. And then it's bobbing around yet, and now out for a throw. Sorry, a lot happened there very quickly. And can everyone relax? Honestly, this is what really puts me off doing the watch-alongs. Everyone is so reactionary to every foul, every tackle, every shot we concede. This is the best team in the country. It is going to be a tough away game. Can we just relax? Just relax. Let's just... Did anyone really expect Arsenal not to come out and have all the ball? Just relax. We're 11 minutes into the game. We've not conceded. They've had one shot. It's okay. All right? It's okay. What I don't get, though, guys, for some of you that are sensible out there, everyone sits there talking about, don't rate this player, don't rate that player, don't rate that player, don't rate that player. But then when we play a game, they go, oh, we're not good. Well, yeah, because all the players you don't rate. For a reason. Let's just calm down a bit, eh? Mate, it cracks me up, man. It's cracked me up. You've got to remember as well, loads of people wanted the three at the back. You're going to have to transition back into a three at the back. You don't just go, da-da. Off hands are ridiculous at times. Anyway, it looks like Trossard might be coming off here. I don't know. I don't know whether or not he's going to be able to continue here, Trossard. I know they sent out Madueke to warm up. We haven't rolled over. What are we? We haven't rolled over. What were some of you expecting? What were some people expecting? I was expecting Arsenal, the best team in the country, to come out and dominate. And I was expecting us to have to sit in and ride it out, weather a storm. Do you think they're top for fun? They're top because they're quality. Great tackle by Paulinho. Throw into Arsenal out on the left-hand side. Can we just relax, please? Honestly, it makes it so unenjoyable. So a throw into Arsenal. Calafiori is going to take it. Looks like it's going to be a long throw into the Spurs box. No, he didn't. He went short instead. Back to Calafiori, who whips it in, and Kudus clears it. Richie saves the corner. Fair play to Richie there. And now Kudus can clear it, and it's gone out for a goal kick. So Spurs have weathered that. Matt, I get it. Yeah, we're away at Arsenal. Relax. Does anyone remember what happened when Man City went to Arsenal and Arsenal had like 70% of the ball? What did you think was going to happen when we played here? What is it you thought was going to happen? Did you all think we were going to have the ball? Come on, just relax, people. Surely you all realise Arsenal are going to dominate the game. Whether or not they win or not is different. Anyway, good defending there by Danso. Paulinho battling in the midfield. Wins the free kick. Really good play there. Glenn, you've got to laugh, Glenn. You've got to laugh. Our fans are so funny, honestly. They'll do it against PSG as well, Glenn. They'll do it against PSG. When PSG have all the ball, our fans will be going, I can't believe it. We've not completed passes. Yeah, because it's PSG. Anyway, free kick, halfway line. Vicario's going to take it. So a chance for Spurs to get the ball into the Arsenal box. 15 minutes gone. There's the ball deep to the back post. Danso wins the header, but it goes into the arms of Raya. And Raya goes to kick it out early, but Mickey van der Ven doesn't let him. And now Richie blocks it as well. The ball's got out to Urian Timber. He goes back across to Zubamendi. I just think too many people think it's like a computer game. And it's like too many people think it's a computer game. Listen, superior players will dominate games. That's what this is, right? We don't have ball passing midfielders. That's unfortunately what we have built. We don't. There's Mickey van der Ven, clears the ball. It's gone to the halfway line to Hincapi, and now Kudus. Hincapi's now rolling around like he's been shot. Saka brings the ball down brilliantly out the air. Udogie is wrestling with him, and Udogie wins the ball, and then the ref gives a freak. Oh, ref, really? Let's block that. That's a troll. Let's block that one. Thank you. I just don't know what people are expecting. That's the thing. I don't know what they're expecting. Just stay in the game. At this stage, stay in the game. At this stage, stay in the game. That's what I want. Just stay in the game. Let it open up. Let Arsenal run out of ideas. I just think 1 to 11, they're just superior to us. That's the problem. That's the problem. So I want to see us match the work rate, defend well, work hard, right? That's what I want to see. So a free kick here for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka is going to whip this in left-footed from the right-hand side. It's a low block. It's fizzed over the bar, and all is calm. No, see, but the thing is, it's not about passing it 5 yards, is it? It's about Arsenal press. We don't have the players comfortable enough to move the ball around them. I just think everyone needs to relax. I just think everyone needs to relax. This is the best team in the country. Just relax. Like it's too emotional and reactionary every game. Here's Destiny Udogie flying down the left-hand side. He's got Urian Timber and Saka around him. And he's gone into his back. And the ref has not... How has the ref not given a free kick there? That is ridiculous. How is that not a free kick? As Romero mops up well. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Back to Romero. Oh, that was a free kick. Surely. But anyway, he didn't give it. Here's Kudus. I think we miss Kudus when he's not out right. That's the problem I have with this formation. But, hey, let's see. Arsenal are so strong in midfield. It's just whether or not we can get Kudus into the game enough. Richie done well there to win the free kick. Spurs with a free kick on the halfway line. Oh, for sure. For sure. Quality-wise, we're miles behind them. We know that, right? Deep down, I think everyone knows that. But everyone's just so reactionary. Every time we concede a shot, it's shit. We're crap. It's like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, free kick for Vicario. Launches the ball over to Danso. He headers it across. Ball down well by Paulinho, but he's given the ball away. And then it's hoofed clear by Arsenal. And Jed Spence and Odeberg are going to deal with that, are they? One of them, yeah, Jed Spence does. And then Trossard nicks the ball out for a throw-in and then G's up the crowd. So 20 minutes gone. The one shot from Arsenal, the Declan it was Declan Rice, wasn't it? The ball over the top from Eze, the volley saved well by Vicario. Other than that, Arsenal have had all the ball, haven't really done anything with it. Here's Romero, wins the header, pulled down by Odegaard, who I've not noticed playing so far. There's a Dogi, gives the ball away, but Kudus and Richie win it back between them, do they? Yes, they do. Great play by Kudus. Lays it off to Adogi. Adogi into Richie. Richie plays the ball down the line to Odegaard, but there's too much on that. And the fullback gets the ball back to David Raya. For anyone who hasn't seen it, the lineup is Vicario in goal, back three of Romero, Danso, and Van de Ven. Midfield four of Adogi left, Bentancur, Paulinho, and Spence, with Odegaard and Kudus behind Richarlison. Yeah, 21 minutes gone, 0-0. So here's Arsenal. Having a lot of the ball, but not really doing anything with it at the moment, which is good. I think we know they're going to have the ball, right? We know they're going to have the ball. That's just the way it is. I just desperately want us to buy some proper midfielders. I really do. Proper midfielders, put their foot on the ball, control it, can play. That's what I want to see. Yeah, but isn't the moaning getting really boring now? Oh, dude, one more of these and you are getting blocked for good. This is so boring now. Please stop. Please just stop. You literally ruin my experience on YouTube every day. Just go away. Stop. Stop, please. It's just stop. Here's Mohamed Kudus. Good ball into Odegaard. Odegaard now driving through. Odegaard. Oh, that's crap. Odegaard, that's so poor. Right, blocked. Craig Mooley, I warned you. You're blocked now. Blocked. Blocked. I warned him. I warned him. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I've been getting some really weird emails from people. Really weird emails. It's creepy. Like, I'm collating them, ready to send to the police. Like, really weird emails from people. So weird, and he's one of them. Yeah, really disappointed there. Odegaard had so much time on the ball. So much time on the ball. And you're thinking he's got runners left, runners right, and then he just done nothing with it. And you're like, come on, just come on. But everyone wanted to see him play. Everyone raved about him. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. He had a chance there, didn't. Next time, pick the right pass. I just don't think people understand football. If anyone who says anything like that, I don't think you understand football. I'm not sure what you think we're meant to do. They are superior. Technically, they are superior to us. Superior to us. I genuinely don't know what people think we should be doing in these games against these better teams. You all wanted a back three. You've got it. Now you don't like that either. It's getting a bit hard work being a Spurs fan. So what tactics do you want to see, Mr. Wignall? What tactics? Everyone wanted the back three. You've got the back three. Now you want to see a different tactic. What tactic do you want to see? Gee, I told you, fans just miserable. We can't win. You cannot win. But genuinely cannot win. Whatever Thomas Frank does, he can't win. Can't win. So 25 minutes gone. Only the one real chance from Arsenal. They've had some half chances. Only the one real chance from Arsenal. And hopefully they get frustrated. But I expect them to have 65, 70% of the ball. I just do. I do think that we lose Kudus on the right. I do think when people keep saying they want to see him inside, and he may well do something from the middle, but I do think we lose that direct running down the channel with him. I do. So there's Timber back into Zubamendi. Here's Destiny Adogi. Gives it to Wilson Odeber. He goes back into Van der Ven. Sure, tell me what, with who, with what player. When we're saying, see, this is the thing. I can tell people who don't understand anything about coaching. We need to see more. What is it we're going to see? The directions are clear here, right? Arsenal are going to have the ball, sit in, try and counter. I get it. We don't have ball players. We don't have ball playing midfielders. This is a huge problem. I've said it all summer, said it all last year. I'll say it all this year. Right? If you do not buy players to control a game, you're not going to control a game. Van der Ven gives the ball away. That was poor from Mickey there. Won back well by Adogi. But Arsenal win the ball back. They're very strong, aren't they? They really are strong. Yeah, they are dominant here. They are dominant, but it's nothing that I didn't expect. Here's Saliba. And you've got to remember as well, Arteta's had this team for 6 years and 1.1 billion. I don't know. You know, I think we're miles behind. It's going to take years. It's going to take years. As I said, Arsenal didn't. Arteta didn't turn up and they were like this. Arteta turned up, got rid of the entire squad, spent 1.1 billion and built this. So can we just a little bit of calm? Just a bit of calm. That's all. Here's Richarlison driving away. And Kudus. I mean, Arsenal got bodies everywhere. Here's Destiny Adogi. Goes down the line into Richie. Richie holds it up well, actually. Gives it to Kudus. And Kudus, the ref not giving a foul again. I thought that might have been a trip, but the ref's not interested in it at all. So the ball played down the line to Yuri and Timber here. Oh, dude, yeah, dude, I'm just going to stop reading your comments. It's so negative. It's so negative. It's just boring. It's so negative. Like, yeah, I think it's like 1.1 billion. I think it was like 1.1, 1.2 billion that Arsenal have spent in 6 years. So this is, this is not they didn't wake up and it was like, ba-ba. It's going to take years. I've said to everyone. Here's Mickey van der Ven. And he's tripped by Mikel Merino and a free kick to Spurs. But the good thing is they're going to get frustrated. They're going to get frustrated. We're away at Arsenal, 0-0, 30 minutes in. There's the ball over the top. Richie's done well to win that. Can he stay on his feet? He can. He's won the ball. Ref, is he not holding him there? The ref is not giving us anything here. Anyway, throwing for Tottenham. Danso's going to take this. So level with the 18-yard box. Going to be a long throw from Danso. Launches it into the 6-yard box. Flicked on. It's bobbling around. And the ref's given a free kick to this. Oh, my God. Oh. You could tell. You knew he was going to give that. You knew he was going to give that. So 31 minutes gone, Arsenal. Again, a lot of the ball, not really going anywhere with it at the moment. Oh, it's just so, I'm so bored. Look how boring this is now. It's so boring. I don't think people understand. You've got to have the players if you want to play good football. Come on, just can everyone not get behind the team at all? Like, are we that negligent, like to anything? Bentancur gets a yellow card for tripping Bukayo Saka. I'll say the same thing every week. I don't expect a lot. I don't rate a lot of these footballers. This is the squad that we've got. If you don't buy quality, this is what you get. If you don't buy quality, this is what you get. At the moment, we're hanging on in there, right? So free kick to Arsenal. It's going to be Bukayo Saka from the right-hand side, left-footed. Another dangerous opportunity that we need to defend well. Free kick whipped in. Good save by Vicario. And now Spence can bring it away. Ball goes down the line. And, kept in by Arsenal. I thought it'd gone out for a throw. It was fizzed in by Saka, and Vicario flung himself at it, punched the ball away. And he got good distance on that one. Sometimes he flaps, but he got good distance on that one. So it's going to be a throw into Arsenal. It's going to be a long throw into the box this time from Calafiori. Launched into the box, headed clear by Richarlison. As far as Eze. Eze goes backwards. Spurs not giving Arsenal much space here to operate. There goes the ball into the box. Trossard dinks it over. It's gone over everyone. And Vicario claims the ball. So here's Mickey van der Ven. Goes out wide to Destiny Udogie. He plays the ball into Odegaard, who gives it away. I'm just not sure, guys. I keep hearing about Odegaard and this great performance against United. I don't know what he does. He's not the only one, by the way, but I just don't know what he does. Remember, a lot of fans, by the way, wanted Xavi Simons dropped, didn't they? They wanted Xavi Simons not to play. I would have liked to have seen him. Like, there's time in the second half for that to happen. For me, getting at half-time 0-0. Keep yourself in the game. I keep hearing this. Keep hearing this. Which players can you bring on that hold the ball? We don't have them in the squad. I tried to say this all summer, and most of you called me negative. Most of you called me negative. Said you've got to buy some ball playing midfielders, and I was told no, Rome wasn't built in a day. We did well in the window. So for me, just hang on in there. There's a good ball over the top. Arsenal are in, and Arsenal are 1-0 up. Arsenal are 1-0 up. Ball over the top. Trossard brought it down, spun, put the ball in the bottom corner, and Arsenal are 1-0 up. And you would say they deserve it on the first 36 minutes. It's not been chance after chance, but they are superior to us, aren't they? And Trossard, Dan and I talked about him before the game. Good player, gets in those positions. Let's have a look at the goal here. So Urian Timber laid the ball into, I think it's Marino. Marino dinked it over the top. Adogi played him onside. And Trossard brought the ball down, swiveled, and the ball squirmed into the bottom corner. And Arsenal 1-0 up, and it's going to be a long road back. Marios, just go away, mate. You've not been here all show. Please, I'm so bored of these children. It's so boring. Can we not get behind the team? What can we not get behind the team? Come on. Can we get behind the team? Can we not just get behind the team? Oh, the trolls are now all in here. The ones that were emailing me, like this guy. Oh my God, this is someone emailing me yesterday, telling me to go on medication. Just weird, just such weird behavior. Here's Arsenal pushing forwards, and the cross is poor, and it's a goal kick to Spurs. Arsenal, when scoring first this year, 7 times they've done it, 7 times they've won. Not looking good, is it? Just look how superior they are in midfield. Look at Rice and Zubimendi compared to us. Just I'm just not sure I like the back three that much, to be honest. I mean, I don't mind trying it, but I'm not sure it's for me. I'm just not sure it's for me. We'll see. It's early days. Aaron, I keep hearing that, but no one can tell me what you do. Everyone told me this was the formation that would win. Everyone said to me for weeks, got to be a back three, got to be a back three. I don't think the back three is the way forward, because you've now got no wingers. You've now got no wingers in the game. I think we've removed Kudus from his most dangerous position. I don't know. We'll see. There's a long way to go. There's a long way to go. I just think until we get better forwards and midfielders, I just don't expect a lot from this football club. I can say this every game. People are going to see, you're going to bring in a new manager. If you want Frank gone, those that want Frank gone, you're going to bring in a new manager, and you're going to see the same. We don't have good forwards. We don't have good attacking midfielders, and we don't have ball playing midfielders. It's, this is what I want. This is what I said in the summer. This is why I didn't think it was a good summer. Anyway, what have we got here? They just look dominant, don't they? This looks like it's like Memvi boys. They're going forward again. Here's Timber, crosses the ball, flicked away by Danso, into Eze by Declan Rice. 2-0. 2-0 Eze. Oh, dearie me. That is Memvi boys. This is Memvi boys. Yeah, this is Memvi boys, and that's game over. Yeah, this is game over. Oh, I hate losing to this lot. Of course it's Eze. Of course it's Eze. Oh, fucking hell. So the ball went out wide to Saka. He gave it to Timber. Danso cleared the ball. It only went as far as Rice. He gave it to Eze. He danced past two players and just rifled the ball into the bottom corner. Yeah, he jinked past 1-2 and just Vicario going mad, and yeah, just game over. Just game over. Just can't cope with them. Just can't cope with them. I don't know what we can do here. I mean, this is the champions elect right now, isn't it? This is Marios. You're a child. Please stop. Just stop, mate. You have not been in my channel for weeks and weeks. The moment Spurs concede, you're in here. You grow up. It's pathetic. Everyone said they wanted these tactics. Everyone said they wanted these tactics. And now he's done it. He's a coward. Which one is it? Everyone said, play the three at the back. Play the three at the back. I just don't get it. I don't get what people want. They don't want four at the back. They don't want three at the back. What do they want to see? For me, I think Simmons needs to get on this pitch. And if Mwani's fit enough, Mwani as well. I'll be honest. I don't like this. I don't think the three at the back is the way forward. I don't. I don't. I don't think the three at the back. I want to go back to four at the back. I'll be honest. I don't like this. Yeah, but when the other team press you with the players Arsenal have got, what do? You naturally go into a five. That's the problem with three at the back. You naturally go into a five. That's the problem. That's why I didn't want to play it. Oh. Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham. So we're just approaching half time. Oh, 2-0. It's going to take an absolute miracle, isn't it, to come back and get anything in this game? My worry with this, guys, is I feel like we've lost Kudus. Kudus centrally, we've lost him. I think we've lost Kudus. I want to see Kudus out wide, getting the ball, beating men. I don't want to see him picking up the ball in a crowded midfield. Not allowed to say that about Romero, apparently. This is tough. Three minutes of added time. So into injury time. Hate losing to this lot. Anyway, Vicario takes the free kick. He gives that away. And that pretty much sums up their first half. Oh, ref, that's got to be a free kick. I mean, that's... Oh, dearie me. I just want a revamp of these players. I just want a massive revamp at this football club. Tell you what, though, it is absolutely memvy, boys. Just look at the quality of footballer they've got compared to us. Oh. Guys, before all the comments go in, do people actually understand I'm a Spurs fan as well? Like, people talk as though like I like losing or something. It's just madness. Half time. Tottenham are 2-0 down at the Emirates. Oh, no, we're not. Hang on. Sorry, let me just quickly sort this out. Sorry, 1 second. Tottenham are 2-0 down at the Emirates and no shots. And it has been memvy, boys. I'll be honest. I'll be brutally honest. I'm not liking the three at the back thing. That's only my opinion. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm genuinely a little bit shocked. I'm lost for what I don't know what to say. I just don't know. I genuinely don't know what to say. I'll be honest. I'll say it now. I don't like the back three. I'll be honest. I'm going to say it now. I think that it takes our best players out the game. I think it takes Kudus out the game. Look, to be fair, what I will say is, I'll say this, Dan. I think Arsenal have pushed us back so much that our fullbacks can't get out.
Nope.
And this is memvy, boys. I don't know what to say, Dan. I genuinely don't know what to say at this stage.
I think their two goals have basically come from. They didn't have to happen. So I mean, the Dogie, he played everyone on side. That other one, well controlled by Trossard and that, but they're on his own basically, and he was even able to turn with it. I don't think it's the three at the back that is the problem on that. It's the fact that we're playing with bloody 11 at the back. When we get the ball, there's just nobody there. When you play three at the back, yeah, you can bring it to five at the back, but it doesn't mean the whole team's got to be sitting there like Richarlison in defence as well. And then also when we do get the ball and look forward,
yeah,
there's no one there to do it. I mean, how can we play the strengths on it when everybody is just sitting behind it? That's what they've gone and done with it. They've just gone and totally shut up the shop. Playing three at the back, you do not have to play with 11 behind the ball. And that is what we've done. And when we have got the ball, no one's really passing it forward. They're just passing it back.
Yeah, it's a tough
There's
one.
been
Dan.
no going forward.
As Spurs fans, YouTubers or not, just I hate this. I feel like I'll tell you what I feel like. I feel like the players I'm watching, everything I'm watching, I feel like I've gone back to the mid-90s. You know, we had that spell in the mid-90s where it was all very average, not really a lot happening. And I just look at this and I don't know what the answer is. Dan, I genuinely don't know what the answer is. I don't rate so many of these players. I don't rate what we've set up with today. I don't like what he's done here with the setup. I don't know what the answer is moving forward because this could get ugly.
It has been the going forward that has been the problem. I mean, even down to the fact that the wing backs, we are literally playing with a back line five. And that is not how I talk about playing with three at the back. And yeah, they've pushed it on.
But that's why I wondered, Dan. But Dan, that's why I wondered whether or not playing it against the best team in the country was the best time to do it, because you're naturally going to be, now we need to go forward more, but we're naturally going to get pinned back. That's why I was concerned about the three at the back. For me, I always think that Romero looks better in a two. I do. I think Romero switches. I think today when I'm watching, he switches off. Switches off a lot. But I'm not blaming Romero, but I'm not blaming Romero. I think the whole thing's been shit. But again, Lee, I feel like we've got to be careful what we ask for. Look, I don't mind three at the back in the right way, but for me, again, I think if you're going to play three at the back, you've got to have a target man that the ball sticks with. I think you've got to have midfielders comfortable on the ball. Dan, I'm lost for words. I'm very rarely lost for. I don't know what to say.
It's the way we're playing it. It is the way we're playing it. We're not even. I wanted three at the back with wing backs pushed, and when you get the ball, you go forward. Not sitting there with 11 men behind the ball, because when we get the ball, we're not even passing it forward. So how's any formation going to work then? If we're playing with four at the back, we get the ball. Are we then going to pass it forward? Because we don't seem to be passing it forward at all. Literally every ball's gone back. And then when the long through ball has gone forward, we've lost it nearly every time it's gone through. We're at the back where Richarlison's actually sitting there as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't know. There's something about this formation I don't like. But for me, I know it doesn't have to be negative, but I think when you're playing against a team that dominate the way Arsenal do, it's going to be negative, because how do you get out? They are swarming. Like, I think Rice and Zubimendi for me have dominated. Like, they have been excellent. They win. The quality I see when those two get the ball, the time, the passing, the dictating. Then I watch Paulinho and Bentancur on the ball, and we're miles off it, mate. We're absolutely miles off it. I just don't. I can't see how we get
forwards in any means or manner. That is the problem. I mean, we've had a lot of it covered, and we was getting in our positions correctly. They were getting frustrated, and you can see that. But that one goal basically changed everything. And when we were getting the ball, we're just not getting forward with it. Three at the back is one thing. You don't have to sit there and get men behind the ball.
But Dan, when we say this, this is my only concern. When I watch this, other than Kudus, I look at all those outfield players and go, who's going to get forward with it? For example, Odegaard there. Spurs had the chance to break. He's got runners left, runners right, and does nothing. Right? Richie can't hold a football up. I just don't know. I don't know what the outballs are. When we had Kane and Son, you had the outballs, you had the counter-attack, you had the break. I don't know who's going to do it in this formation, because at least when you play the wingers, Kudus can get it out on the right wing and hold it up for a little bit. In this formation, I think he's being drowned out by the midfield. He's not getting into the game. I just don't know who's going to hold it up.
I mean, who's getting the ball to him even? We're not playing out. We're not playing the ball forward. We're only playing it backwards. So whether we play a 3 at the back, 5 at the back, 10 at the back like we're doing, or we go and play a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, whatever, the way they've pushed us and that, we haven't been passing forward. Literally every time we've got the ball, bar maybe 4 times.
When we have passed forward, what's happened, Dan? Every time
we've
we have
lost
passed
it straight
forward,
away because it's been a long pass.
Back. So
because it's been a long pass forward.
Isn't that a big issue though as well? Is even when we do pass forward, it just comes back because Odegaard can't. I'll be honest. Sorry, Dan. I need all the fans to stop this nonsense about Odegaard being this really good player. I don't see him do anything. Richie is awful. The midfield, neither of those two can pass a football. For me, the only one we've got, the only two we've got that I think look like they might is Udogie if he gets it wide left, and Kudus. But Kudus, we can't get him into the game. Would you come away from the back three now at half time?
The fact that it's just not working at the minute, the way we're sitting behind it, I'm going to sit there as the manager and think, right, do I change this to a different formation and try and get it to work? Or do I actually tell the players, when you get the ball, get forward with it? I suppose that's his option to make. No, it hasn't looked pretty.
If he does that, though, Dan, if he does that, though, and then they carve us open, which they will fans accept that? Because if we start bombing forward, they will open us up at will. They've got quality.
Exactly. That is the sort of situation it is at the moment. It's like we said earlier, it's sort of a bit catch-22, sort of like you're done if you do, you're done if you don't. If it's not working this way and he wants to change it, the main thing he needs to do is tell the players, when you get the ball, at least get bloody forward with it. You don't need a flat back line of 5 and then a flat 4 in front of it, like 10 yards in front of it. When I say play 3 at the back, I do not mean 10 people behind the ball, basically, literally all sitting on your goal line. And that isn't far off what we've been doing.
Do you know what? Can I just say, by the way, Perchy, I'll tell you what, I'm at the stage now, right? All the people that want Frank out, half of me wants to see it so that they can see that the next manager's picking up this shit. I'll be honest, Perchy. I kind of want to see it. I don't want to sack Thomas Frank. You know I don't. I kind of want to see it. That I want them to see that the next manager will come in, pick up these players, and you watch 10 games into that manager's tenure, we'll all be going, we can't pass the ball. We can't hold it up. We can't attack. I'm telling you, it's going to happen, but it is what it is. Look, lots of people, Frank out at the moment, Dan.
Look,
mad.
We're only so far into the bloody season, and like you say, you can only play with what he's got. I thought he made the right decision today, and I think if you looked on it on the side, a majority of people thought he made the right decisions today. I still don't think he necessarily made the wrong decision. I just think the players are playing totally the wrong way. They're just playing all out, shut up shop, basically like they should have played against PSG in the last 10 minutes. Yeah. You don't have to play like that from the bloody start.
Yeah,
we have not we have not got the ball forward in any means or manner. I don't even think it's the formation that's the problem. I think it's the players not pressing forward. Go change it to a 4-3-3. Go change it to a 4-2-3-1. Do you reckon we're going to press the ball forward more then? I don't. I think they'll just press us back and we'll just sit back. I think it's the mentality of what the players are doing now. You do not have to sit with 10 men on your line from day one. That wasn't the intention. The players are not getting forward in any means or manner. But then we got no creativity on that pitch whatsoever as well. That's the one question we did ask. Why wasn't Simmons there? But then what's Simmons going to do in this? You've got to get the ball to him. No one is getting that ball forward except maybe Udogie.
I'd like to see Simmons and Mawani come on. My worry again, though, is can we get the ball to them? Listen, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I'm not. Listen, for me, I think the whole thing looks awful. I know everyone just wants to come into my chat and banter about Frank. I don't really care about that, right? At the end of the day, I'll say it. If we sack another manager, we sack another manager. But the next manager is going to inherit this, Dan. The next manager is going to inherit this. And what we're going to see is the same thing over and over again. We're going to see that the next manager will go, oh, he's not very good either. But we need some top quality footballers and fast and
very much so. But do you think the players have actually turned up here for the game as well? Do you think their heads totally with it and hearts totally with it? A couple of them look like they're getting stuck in, and others look like others look like they've already walked out there and lost. Nobody's getting that ball forward. Even when there's been times where there's been a clear pass forward, it's getting to the point where Van der Ven's having to do like pass it halfway up the pitch to try and get it forward, which obviously is going to get taken off us. Other players, when they've been in the middle, have had the chance to get the ball forward. Spencer's had the chance a couple of times, cuts it into the middle, and then it gets put back to Vicario. Vicario back to the left, back to into the middle. Nobody is going forward with it.
Yeah, look, I think that the difficulty I have, and the reason I don't lose my mind over it, it's frustrating, Dan. It's frustrating, but the reason I don't lose my mind with it is, I've said for ages I don't rate most of these players. So I know a lot of it. We could attack better, sure, but I think Odegaard's a really poor footballer. I think Richie is a poor footballer. I don't think Bentancur and Paulinho in any way, shape, or form. By the way, that doesn't mean I think Bergvall, Gray, and Sarah. I don't think any of them are actually really good, technically talented midfielders. I think the problem that we've got at this football club is quality footballers. Now, if Frank isn't the man, cool. Frank's not the man. If Frank got sacked, I'm not going to lose my mind. That's life. Yeah. But at the moment, I just don't know. I don't know what we're expecting. Like I genuinely look at these players and go, I'm not expecting much. I'm not.
There's been a couple of players there that I think Adogi's put effort in. He looks like he's there for the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Stuck into it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Van der Ven the same as well. I think Paulinho has done as good as he can. Bentancur keeps 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's not, and every time he gets the ball, he's passing it backwards as well. Paulinho, I don't expect him to really pass the ball forwards. He usually passes sideways. Spence hasn't been looking to get forward with the ball. It's even down to the point where Richie has been sitting with the bloody defence. Is that down to the formation, or is that just down to how we're bloody playing? I mean, whether you're playing 3 at the back, 4 at the back, or whatever, Richarlison should not be sitting back with the defenders. Not unless you're in a game where you've got, say, 5 minutes left and it is total shut up shop. I've never said I want a back 3 and Spurs to shut up shop from the minute they come out. You can press forward, and we haven't done it at all. We've literally gone out there and stuck 10 in front of the goal, basically. There's been no pressing forward with it, no creativity on it. Chances to get forward, and they haven't. But let's see what happens in the second half. Yeah, but I do think the players need to press forward
so
more.
He's come. Hang on. He's come away from the back 3, and I think he's right too. Xavi Simons has come on, so he's coming away from the back 3. And I'll be honest, I don't want to see that again. I'll be honest, I don't want to see it again. Just me, but
not with 10 at the back. No, I don't want to see that with 10 at the back either. All right, mate. I'll speak to you later.
All right, mate. See you. Bye. Right, so Xavi Simons is on for Danso, which means that we'll go to more of a Kudus right, Simons central, Odegaard left, and Richie up front, Paulinho and Bentancur in midfield, and then the flat back 4. It is what it is. It is what it is. I know I get a lot of trolls coming in. Yeah. There's loads of people who come in just to have a go at me. It's absolutely mad. You would think that these people might be upset their team are losing, but they just come in to have a go at me, which is why I've not been reading their messages. It upsets me when Spurs are crap as well, by the way. Hang on, Arsenal are in it. Here's Eze. It's 3-0. Oh, my God. Eze. It had to be Eze, didn't it? 3-0, Arsenal. This is bad, isn't it? Surely the talk at half time is nothing silly. Come out, keep it tight, nothing silly. And within, less than 45 seconds into the second half, and this is getting embarrassing now. And Thomas Frank, yeah, mate, you need to sort it out. So Saka held the ball up, gave it into Timber. The ball was blocked into Eze. And he just unleashed a shot into the bottom corner. And what do we do now? So Arsenal 3, Tottenham 0. This is going to be a long 45 minutes, isn't it? Here's Odegaard on the left-hand side. He's such a weak player. Oh, God. Anyway. Yeah. There were some people that predicted 3-0. Some predicted 4-0 to Arsenal. Now it's just got to be about some pride, surely. Because this is bad. The ref gives them a free kick. This is Memby, boys, isn't it? This is absolutely Memby, boys. Oh, Spencer's miscontrolled the ball. I mean, to be fair, he's won it back. Oh, my gosh. I thought it was going to be 4. Mate, it's so funny, isn't it? When Spurs lose, everyone just comes in as a guy at me like I'm not a Spurs fan. It's just hard. Yeah. Here's Xavi Simons. Turns. Lays the ball off to Destiny Udogie. Simons now into Romero. Here's Xavi Simons. Lays it off to Kudus, and it's gone under Kudus and out for a throw into Arsenal. Men v boys. A lot of Frank Outers out there, eh? A lot of Frank Outers. Yeah, PSG next. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, let's deal with that tomorrow. Let's deal with that one tomorrow. Had to be Eze, didn't it, with a brace? Here's Odegaard to Simons. Paulinho loses the ball. Don't think he's played well today either, Paulinho. And Arsenal look like they're just going to cut us open at will here. Here's Trossard. Crossed over the box and blocked by Romero, I think. Arsenal still on the attack. Cleared by Romero again. Only as far as Zubimendi. Blocked by Romero again. Great defending by Romero. And he's offside. Good defending by Romero. I don't know what to... I genuinely don't know what to say at the moment. This game has gone, isn't it? It's gone. It's a mess. It's another embarrassing day. Same, different manager, same outcome, different players, same outcome, different. Yeah, Lee, mate, it's tough, isn't it? What do you say? What do you say? Oh, I just feel deflated now, guys. All my positivity, I just feel deflated. No one wants to see their football team getting done like this, do they? No one wants to see their team getting done like this. I just Odegaard losing it. He's not for me, Odegaard. I don't know what he does, to be honest. I don't know what he does. Even though everyone's turning. Everyone is turning. Well, let's see who the next one is. Let's see who the next one is. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. I mean, who is the next manager? What? Who comes in with these players? I think they're not going to sack him, but I just most people seem to want him out. I'll do a poll at the end, guys. I've gone now. I've deflated. It's just it's out of me. It's just absolutely deflated now, guys. Here's Kudus. Brings the ball down. Lays it off into Odegaard. Come on, Odegaard. I need to see something from this boy. I keep hearing he's good. Odegaard. And wins the free kick. I just never feel like he's going to do anything. Look, it's a tough one. I mean, look, the setup's just been horrible. The players have been horrible. Everything's been horrible. Just been horrible, isn't it? What do you say? What do you say? Oh. Oh yeah, it will be. It's always the way. What makes me laugh about it is these people come in as though I like losing. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird. Now I'm a Spurs fan as well. I just happen to be on screen. That's all it is. But I'm just so frustrated. I'm like everyone else. I'm frustrated. So here's Bentancur. Dispossessed easily. Yeah, Memvy boys, isn't it? Just. PSG on Wednesday night. That's going to be fun. Oh my gosh. Richie has just scored a worldie. Oh my gosh. Hats off to you. I did not know that Richarlison had that in his locker at all. Wow. Zubamendi held on to the ball. Paulinho with a brilliant tackle. And Richie, I mean, I don't rate him one bit, but that is special. Take a bow. That is special. 3-1. I don't know. If anything, if we've seen a great goal. If nothing else, we've seen a great goal. Raya was off his line, and I'll tell you what, take a bow, son. Take a bow. 3-1. Will that give Spurs a little bit of momentum? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, here's Destiny Udogie. Here's Richie down the line to Udogie. He gets past his man, does he? No. Too good for that, Saliba. And the ball goes out for a goal kick. What? Wow. Wow. I mean, I think he's terrible at most things, but wow. What a finish. Guys, if you didn't want Frank from the start, you don't all have to keep telling me. It's fine if you didn't want Frank, by the way. It's absolutely fine. Wow. Hats off, Richie. I'll give you that. Wow. What a really, really good finish that was. Anyway, here's Mickey van der Ven. What have Tottenham got? What have Tottenham got? Show some fight. Get back into this game. Wow. I mean, it was a great tackle from Paulinho in the midfield. Richie just as cool and calm as you like, just dinked it. Not quite, my man, not quite. It takes more than that for me to change my mind on a footballer. Well won again by Paulinho. And the ref didn't even see that and he's giving a foul. The ref wasn't even watching and gave that foul. And I think that's what Bentancur's saying. You didn't even see it. Oh. Oh, God, at least we see the goal. So, 57 minutes gone. 3-1. Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, a couple of bad placed passes. And Spurs have a throw in on the left-hand side. Here's Bentancur. Plays it into Jed Spence. Spence with the ball forward. Cleared by Calafiori. And Kudus couldn't quite get there. And now the ball with Hincapi. Hincapi fires it forward. Trossard knocks it on. Romero wins the header. Here's Trossard. Good defending, Spence. Good defending. I'll be honest. I'm going to say it, guys. I like us better with 4 at the back. I like us better with a 4. I'm just going to say it. I think it gives you more options on the pitch. I do. I think straight away now, Odegaard's had more of the ball. Kudus has had more of the ball. Simmons has had the ball. I don't like the 3 at the back. I'm going to say it. I don't want it. I'm going to say it. I wanted to try it. We've done it. Fair play. I don't want to see it. Here's Destiny Adogi driving forward. Look at the space you've got. Keep running. Keep running. You've got loads of space. No, he's giving it to Odegaard. Odegaard whips in the cross. It's a crap cross. Oh, my God. Odegaard drives me nuts. He drives me nuts, that boy. Here's Simmons. Edge of the box. He's dancing through. Good footwork. And again, the ref gives another decision against Spurs. Oh, my gosh. I said at halftime we should change to 4 at the back. Should. I wanted to go to a back 4. Said we should. So half an hour to go. It's interesting now, isn't it? Because a goal for them kills it. A goal for us, we're back in it. Great tackle. Here's Paulinho into Kudus. Holds the ball up. Takes on his man. Keeps going. Still going. Still going. Still going. They got 3 around him. He's still going, and the ref gives a foul against. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Every time an Arsenal player hits the 4, he just gives a free kick. Every time. It doesn't matter what it is. Anyway, just under half an hour to go. So Arsenal 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. By the way, guys, we've got 373 likes. That is dreadful. 373 likes. Please do me a favor. Could you? I know you're annoyed at the score, but Can you please smash that like button for me? We should be on well over 500 by now. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Listen, I need to, again, I see a lot of hype about Odegaard, and I don't see it in him. Oh. Anyway, free kick to Arsenal on the left-hand side. Declan Rice whips it in, and Vicario clears it only as far as Eze, who sliced his shot. Saliba, Nkapi, blocked by Jed Spence. Savva, you laughed at me. I don't think he's in trouble, mate. He's in trouble with fans that are knee-jerk. I don't think the Spurs board in any way, shape or form are going to sack Thomas Frank for losing to the best team in the country. But Papa Sarr and Mwani are both getting ready to come on here. I would say that this would be for Bentancur and Odegaard. Arsenal pressing well here, and Vicario has to go long. Richie loses the header, flicked on by Rice, but that's going to go through to Vicario. So Mwani coming on. I think you've got to get Odegaard off now. I've seen enough of that experiment for me. I've seen enough of it. Great turn, Paulinho. Lovely turn. Lovely ball into Richie. Richie goes across to Simmons. Simmons, one more across to Udogie. Udogie out wide to Odegaard. Come on, Odegaard, something. Lays it back into Xavi Simmons. Simmons shoots low. P-rolled into the arms of the goalkeeper. But it's better. It's better. John, mate, you don't have to tell me. I'm the one who's been saying we need to... Listen, I don't care who the manager is. We need a clear out of the players. As I said, if you lot want him sacked, fine, sack him. I'm still going to say the same thing. Whoever the new manager is needs better forwards, better midfielders, better players, whoever the manager is. So I don't mind if people want him out. It's fine. You can say you want him out. It doesn't offend me. Here's Wilson Odegaard on the left-hand side. Here's Xavi Simmons. Goes back into Van der Ven. Here's Bentancur into Jed Spence. Romero across to Van der Ven. Spurs just starting to... I mean, you would expect that we're going to have more of the ball now, but... Stranger things have happened in football, but you're always aware that as much as we're one goal away from being 3-2, we're one goal away from being 4-1. Gary, mate, listen, every one of your comments is a dig at me. Dude, give it a rest. Give it a rest, mate. All right? I'm going to ask nicely, please. Give it a rest. You do realise people like you just ruin YouTube for me. Just stop. I get it, right? But every one of your thing. I'm not a hypocrite. I don't like Ange as a manager. I think he opens up and we get beaten by everyone easily. Just let it go. And yes, Odegaard off, and it's the two I thought would go. Bentancur and Odegaard for Papa Sarr and Mwani. Oh, we've got to get a proper left winger. We've got to get a proper left winger. Here's Marino into the path of Saka. Good defending. Good defending by Destiny. I'd love to see this team with Maddison, Kulu, a proper left winger and a proper striker. Love to see that. I don't like our forwards. I don't like our left winger. I don't really like the central midfield options. I think we're painfully short. as I said, loads of fans in the summer going to me, I think we can finish fourth. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm looking at this squad at all and going, yeah, this could be a top 4 squad. I don't know who thought that. Is he given another free kick? Jesus, I tell you what, another free kick. This ref. I'm not normally one that mentions ref. Look, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. But look, so many want him out. Fine, let them get him out. And then let's see what the next manager does. And let's see if they blame the players. For sure. For sure. This is the thing. We've got to stop buying Greys and Bergvals and Sars. We've got to stop buying Odebers and Tells. We need to be buying quality footballers. Here's Richie. Lays the ball off now to Paulinho, I think. Oh, was that Paulinho? Who I think that definitely looked like a cross of a midfield. Yeah, Paulinho with a cross way over here. Who doesn't have a ton of international players? Who does? Everyone's got a ton of international players. Doesn't really take a lot to be an international these days, does it? I can't believe the ref let that one go. Oh, Marino, come on, get up. I'll be honest, I don't want to see Odebers. I don't want to see Tells. I don't want to see Richarlisons. I don't want to see Greys. I don't want to see Sars. I don't want to see these players. I want to see proper players. To be fair, I don't really want to see Bentancurs. I want to see proper quality players being brought into this football club. No matter who the manager is. No matter who the manager is. Whether it's Frank, whether it was Ange, whether it's Xavi, whoever it is. Just no more Johnsons. Yeah, just don't want to see these players. I want to see proper footballers. Romero's just been given a yellow card. I just can't. Here's Mawani. Oh, couldn't take it in his stride. Again. I don't want to see that back three again. I don't like it. I don't like that you take the wingers out the game. I don't like it at all. I don't like that you take the wingers out the game. Kudus, he's out the game in that formation. Gus, agreed. Marios. So you don't. I can't do it with this guy. Bearing in mind, everyone, Marios is the one that wants to see Sarr. He wants Sarr and Johnson in the team, right? So when he's saying the players aren't the problem, what do we really think this squad is good enough for top 4? Do we? I don't think it is. As I've said for years, I don't think the squad is good. It's not 17th. I don't think it's top 4. I think it lives somewhere in and around the 6th to 8th place mark. That's what I think we are. I think I'll be probably right with that at the end of the season. And with the right manager. So Ange wasn't the right manager, and now Frank's not the right manager. Who's the right manager, Marios? I'd love to hear this. Marios is the one that wants Brennan Johnson in the team, by the way. Can we just, it's just ridiculous. I don't think we know a footballer anymore. I genuinely don't think a lot of now Xavi. Okay, so Spurs bring in Xavi, right? A bloke who wants to play nice tick-attack football, and you think he can do it with these players? What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, I'm going to stop. Marios. I used to like Marios. He's just turned into a troll. Like, it's just so silly. Anyway, so Romero is suspended for the Fulham game. It's a corner to Arsenal. Sure, but you've got to have the players to play attacking football. You can't play attacking football with these players. We all want attacking football. Who doesn't? Who sits here and says, I don't want that? Okay. I'll stop reading the comments out now. It's just silly. It's just silly. If people want him out, fair enough. You want him out. It is what it is. Anyway, here's Declan Rice with a corner kick. Vicario claims that. Oh, I don't know how close that was. There's the long throw out. Can Kudus get there? I think Eze's got the legs for that. Eze gets the ball all the way back to Raya. I'll tell you the first thing that Xavi, if we're talking about Xavi Hernandez, the ex-Barcelona player, if Xavi managed Spurs, the first thing he would say is, I need better players to play the way I play. And people like Marios would go, no, you can play that way with these players. Great run from Xavi Simons. Still going. Good run by Xavi Simons. Great pass by Xavi Simons. Here's Kudus. Kudus dinks the ball in. Not a good cross from Kudus at all. Into Raya. Much better by Xavi Simons. Here's Kudus. The ball given away by Raya. Now Jed Spence. Jed Spence whips the ball in. It's cleared by Arsenal again. And it's gone out for a throw into Tottenham. But we don't have good players. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. But why can't we finish? We still might finish top 6. Xavi will make this team finish top 6. Xavi Hernandez will go, right, get me 2 ball-playing midfielders immediately. Immediately. Xavi will want better players. Let's not pretend that Xavi would want these players. This is where fans don't understand. Iriola immediately as well. Right? Iriola would want better as well. They would want better players. As I've said, people will only realise once we buy better players as to what we actually need. Here's Trossard, lays it off to Eze, shoots, and it's 4-1. Eze's got a hat-trick. Eze's got a hat-trick. I can't believe it. Eze, who we didn't get, then gets the hat-trick against us. Oh, dearie me. We were caught wide open. Eze took a touch, whipped it in, and he's been unplayable, hasn't he? Absolutely unplayable, this game from Eberici Eze. What a class act he is. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. Yeah, it's been a battering. Trossard laid it into Eze. Destiny Udogie slipped as he was trying to get back into position. And Eze took the touch and just used the defender to whip the ball around. And 4-1 to Arsenal. We are witnessing men versus boys. Men versus boys right now. We've been taught a footballing lesson by Arsenal. Oh, dude, one more, you're gone. Grow up. What do you mean this is on me? What are you talking about? What do you mean this is on me? Fucking hell. If I had it my way, we'd have much better players playing. Anyway, Jed Spence and Kudus are going off. And Porro and Johnson on. Cold shot. Iriola's the one that famously said when he goes somewhere, he needs 3 or 4 months to sort it out. Our fans won't give him 3 or 4 months. So make of that what you will. Listen, I like Iriola. By the way, look how many goals Iriola's teams concede. Our fans will find a problem, whatever happens. Here's Arsenal again. Here's Saka. Here's Eze. Great save, Vicaro. That's a stunning save. That should have been 5-1. That's a stunning save. Oh, Jimmy, just stop. Isn't it boring every game that you lot just want to come for me? Sure, Iriola and Glasner, how long did they take to sort their teams out? Playing once a week. Use your brain. They didn't sort it out within 3 months, did they? Do you know what, guys? We won't do any more. I won't do any more watch-alongs. It's pointless. I can't say anything. I genuinely can't say anything. This is getting absolutely ridiculous now from you lot. It's getting ridiculous. I can't say a fucking word. If it's negative, I'm wrong. Positive, I'm word. I'll just sit here. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I won't say anything. Pointless. Got to remember how long it took Glasner and Iriola to sort out their clubs. You've got to remember how long it took people to sort out their clubs. Everyone's making it out as though Iriola went to Bournemouth and in the first 3-4 months they were good. They weren't. They didn't win for 11 games. If they sack him and they bring in Iriola, cool. We get behind him. We still need new players. Let's be brutally honest. We're still going to need new players. Oh, whoever the manager is, it could be Pep. We still need new players. So according to Spurs, yeah, this will be the last watch along, I think, guys. I find it's just ridiculous. I just find this is just getting all ridiculous. I don't even know who you are. I've not timed you out. I don't know who you are. I've not timed you out. I just find it all ridiculous. Like it's just I just don't know what to say anymore. I just don't know what to say. Here's Pedro Porro. Oh, Pedro. Oh my God. How much time did he have? How much time did he have? And his cross went straight at the first man. Oh. Here's Arsenal again with Madueke. 1-on-1 v Porro. Porro gets the block in. Good defending there. Good defending. Oh. Anyway, corner kick to Arsenal. Come on, let's just get to 90 minutes now. Let's get to 90 minutes. Mate, me too, mate, me too. Yeah, me too, mate. I don't know, mate. It's just hard work. It's just, I mean, when we're at the stage where we want a manager out after 12 games, what do you do? But hey, it is what it is. Everyone's allowed to want him out, but it's the people who are going, this is your fault. You want it. What's my fault? I don't run Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. God, you imagine how different things would be if I was, if people like me were running Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Isn't it funny? Richie scored the stunning goal, but when you get the basic, can't do the basics. Somebody who doesn't know anything about football there. So it's about the quality of player. All football's about the quality of player. If you want to be higher at the table, you need quality of player. That's basics. That's basics of football. Oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Coming up to 84 minutes gone. Long ball down the line by Porro, but it's gone out. Oh, Daryl, not half. Look, like this. Daryl, look, like this. Look. Just, what do you do? Just idiots everywhere, man. Like, just idiots everywhere. Just so silly. Anyway, I think this is Waneri coming on for Arsenal. Here's Richie. Yeah, look, he can't do the basics. Like, he's got a wonderful goal, but like, you put the ball into his feet and he just can't hold the ball up. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, I would love this. Whoever said this, I would absolutely love it. A streaming platform where people have to put in their details, their bank card, yeah, their ID. Yeah, I would love that. Can you imagine how mature it would be? Oh. Anyway, Spurs have taken an absolute footballing lesson here. As I think Mawani goes down, the rest not given anything. And then a good tackle by Van der Ven. And then Simmons is brought down cynically by Declan Rice. And Pedro Porro then pushes Declan Rice. And now Richie's getting involved. It's all getting silly. Ugh. I mean, under Ange, we let in 6 to us to Liverpool, 5 to Liverpool, and 4 to Liverpool all in one season. So yes, we were. Yes, we conceded 4 to Chelsea twice. So yes. So please stop the lie. Yeah, it was a cynical foul by Declan Rice on Xavi Simmons. So Mikel Merino's going off now. Waneri's coming on. I think Mosquera's coming on for them as well. And then Cappy is coming off for them as well. So yeah, I think we'll finish top half this season. Yeah, we will. I'm not panicking. I mean, we've taken an absolute lesson here. Alfie, I've public. Oh my God, I nearly dropped my light. Did you see that? Sorry. Alfie, I've said so many times. I've said so many times, mate. There are 4 or 5 that I'd be disappointed to lose. Other than that, I don't rate this squad. Now, the talk of the manager will be what happened. Don't forget, we've got the Spurs review tonight at 8 p.m. It was a good catch, wasn't it? It was a good catch. Just saw the light falling towards me. The Spurs review is going to be interesting. I just wish we could have the Spurs review and have some chat without everyone just going, Frank out, Frank out, Frank. It's like, sure, but what about, I didn't say that. And people like this, we said people who need an IQ. Who said zero blame on the manager? I hate how he's set up in that first half. Which 4 or 5 would you keep? Van de Ven, Romero, Kudus, Paulinho, and then I think Simmons will get better and better. And then Maddison, depending on what he's like after the injuries. Other than that, I don't care. Other than that, I genuinely don't think we've got good footballers. So I've said it all along. I'm not going to change that, no matter who the manager is. So again, people who did I not just say this? Like, are these people straight? Like, did I not just say this? I just, oh, it's like you can't say anything. You genuinely can't say anything because people just make up what you've said. It's just so stupid. Anyway, here's Madueke. Good play by Sai, cuts it out, gives it to Xavi Simmons. Xavi Simmons turns, does well, but Declan Rice was that Declan Rice or whoever got back at him well and won the ball. Here's Eze, but Porro wins it, and then Paulinho wins it, and now Eze wins it. Josh, it's mad, honestly, mate. Honestly, I said to my wife the other day, right? I said the other day that it's killed being a Spurs fan for me, YouTube, because when Spurs lose, all these people talk as though I've lost the game. You think I want to be losing to Arsenal? Like, it's just madness. But people are not very mature. So the game's just gonna fizzle out. Yeah, when I switch off, I try and switch off from this, and then I just get loads of abusive emails and stuff, and it's just it's too much, man. It's too much. Yesterday, I got a guy messaging me, calling me all sorts of names and stuff. Like, it's just too much for football. It's just too much. Like, people say things like, I don't know. Like, sorry, are you thinking I'm not seeing this? Are you thinking I'm not seeing this? I don't. Everyone's sat out here like I'm sitting here going, we've been fucking brilliant and Frank hasn't got anything wrong. I don't understand. I've not said any of that. People just want to have a go. It's ridiculous. Just relax. Come on. Just relax. We're all pissed off because Spurs have been absolutely hammered by our rivals. It's been 12 games, mate. I mean, would everyone say Arsenal are a really good team? Were they a really good team in Arteta's first season? No. But do you know what I mean? It's Walter. I've said I've seen it. Stop, or you're going to get blocked. I've said I've seen it, mate. Jesus Christ. I think he's class, Anthony. I think he's class footballer. I look at him and look at Porro. It's night and day, mate, isn't it? I look at him. Honestly, I look at your squad. I'm so jealous. I don't mind. You know, I'm not one of those Spurs fans who can't do it. I think your squad compared to ours is just night and day. All the other conversation we can have, but your squad, the squad is superior. So we're into the last 20 seconds here. Here's Paulinho. And the ref blows the whistle, and Tottenham have been absolutely hammered. Oh, dearie me. So Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. I mean, a tough day at the office. A real tough day at the office. Yeah, listen, I thought at the beginning, I thought, okay, the formation might work. Watching it, the way it was set up, not worked. Thought we were, I say, better with a back four. I don't know. I don't know, guy. What do you do? What is there to say? You've been battered 4-1 by your closest rivals, and everything just tough, really tough. Frank, the players, the board, I think everything needs to a strong look within this club. A strong look within this club as to what are we going to do? What do we want to be? I think what we've seen today, is almost like a blueprint. Almost like a blueprint of, here's our rivals. How do we get to that? Right? How do we get to that? What do we do? What do we do in transfer windows? What does Frank need to do with his tactics? What does the board need to do? Who needs to get the deadwood out of here? Look, as I said, everyone is well within their rights, right? Everyone who wants, hang on, everyone who wants Frank out, they can absolutely want Frank out. I'll tell you what will happen is we'll see Frank go out, and we're going to see the same thing with the next manager unless we sort out this squad. We will. Might not be the same style of play, but we will see the same results. This will happen. And if we don't change to this, if we don't change as a club, nothing's going to change. If you want change. I remember being told. Dan, yeah, What do you say that hasn't been said, mate? What do you say to this?
I still stand by it. I don't think the formation was wrong. I think the tactics were totally wrong. When you're playing with 3 at the back, you don't have to stick 11 men behind the bloody ball. We didn't press forward at any time when we got the ball. We barely passed it forward. Second half, why did we look better? Why? Because they laid the gas off blatantly because they knew the game was done. Richie scored. I won't say it was a fluke because he intended to do that.
Class,
yeah, he got that. We pressed forward a little bit. We actually pressed forward a little bit. They got the 4th goal. We shut up shop again and they was all over us again. Didn't really matter whether we play 3 at the back, 5 at the back, 10 at the back, 4 at the back, 4-2-3-1, 5-3-2, whatever way you want to put it. We weren't pressing the ball forward, whether we were deep, whether we were forward, nothing. Yeah. Not until we got that goal, not until they let us do it, basically. So saying that we looked better in the second half, that was because they let us look better. And then as soon as they turned it on again, we were straight pushed up at the back again. There were a couple of times where we had the ball in the first half, didn't even look forward, passed it straight back every time. I asked for 3 at the back, not bloody 11. And I don't think it really mattered.
The problem is, though, Dan, when a team presses like Arsenal do, and they are on it from minute 1, you're naturally going to regret. As I said, that's why I didn't think this was the game to try it. Because Arsenal are that good.
No, we did say, is it the game to try it? I've got no problem that he tried it. Fair play that he tried it.
No, I haven't. Did it work?
Still don't just sit. No, but you still don't just sit back and pass back when you get the bloody ball. Even if you're playing deeper and a bit more pragmatic, you still are allowed to press for the ball. You still are allowed to pass the ball forward. Did we? No. We only got into it in the second half because they turned off the gas. We got that goal. They turned it back up and took us out of it again. Simple as that. Was that just another show of what happened with Chelsea where I don't think the whole team turned up for it. I think a couple of players you could say was up for it. A couple of others just looked, here we go again sort of thing. And I suppose you can argue a few things with that one. We definitely got beaten by the better team.
Matt, if you're going to start trolling, mate, listen, please, not now. If you're going to start trolling, Matt, just stop. I'm getting bored. I'm getting bombarded with fucking emails from trolls, right? I'm getting bombarded with trolls. Just stop, mate. Just fuck off. If I'm being brutally honest, just stop. Does anyone stop to think YouTubers are also Spurs fans? We're Spurs fans. When Spurs lose, I don't sit here and go, fucking brilliant, love. I'm fucking pissed off like the rest of the people. I'm pissed off like the rest of the people, right? Serious questions need to be asked of many things, right? Many things need to be asked. There are many things that I'm looking at and thinking, was I right or wrong? And there are many things I'm looking at and saying, yeah, I've not changed my mind on that. From the summer, right? I've not changed my mind on the calibre of the squad, the calibre of the forwards, the calibre of the midfield. I've not changed my mind on that, Dan. Now, are we going to take some hammerings on the way? Maybe. We've taken one today, right? But I genuinely think, Dan, for those that want the manager out, I think what will happen is, fine, get rid of Dan. I don't support football managers, right? I'm probably the same as you in this. I don't support a manager. If the manager goes, the manager goes. They get paid off. See you later. Right, who's next? If the new manager comes in, I think we're going to do this same. We're going to be sitting here doing the same thing in a month. Whether it's this style of football, attacking style, we're going to have the same results, and people are going to go again. Oh, I can't believe it. What? The manager isn't getting the best out of Johnson, Richarlison, Tell, Odegaard, Bergvall, Gray, Benton. Do you know what I mean? Whether people like him or not, this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you. We've seen this for years.
Things aren't going to change in 5 minutes. We know that. But for me, again, today, out of that whole 11, I think I'll name 3 that actually give it their all in there. The others really, and do you know what? Those 3, I would say 4, I'll say. Vicario did as good as he could, basically. I mean, made a couple of good saves. and he did what he could. You can't. I don't think you could put nothing on Vicario. I mean, he did what he could at the end of the day. I think Adogi looked up for the game. Didn't have a great game, but I think he looked up for the game. Paulinia, I think, was our best player on there. And do you know who else I think actually looked up and wanted the game? Richarlison.
It's just a shame he can't control a football.
It's just a shame he can't. It's just a shame he can't do fuck all except score a world-class goal every now and again.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I don't think Romero looked like he gave a shit today. Van der Ven definitely wasn't on form. Danzo, that's probably one of the worst I've seen him play. Spence, negative,
Dan,
back.
On what you've said there, can I say this was another game, another one where I've watched Romero and gone, like, me and you have this chat quite a lot, right? I'm not blaming Romero for anything, but it's another game where he just doesn't look at it. And he either does and he's amazing, or he looks like he does today, where he's the wrong side of the player, you know, making mistakes, running out into midfield. I don't know. I don't think that this guy is as good as people think, but I'm not saying he's the problem, because I know people say that, but you're right. Too many didn't seem to want it. I can take being beaten on quality. I can take that Eze ripped us apart because he's a quality player. What I can't take is it just looked like we'd given up. It just looked like we'd given up. And if that's on Frank, then questions need to be asked. If that's on the players, then the questions need to be asked.
There needs to be questions here, definitely, because again, that whole team. Now, okay, you're going to get the odd player that just doesn't get his head together for a game. I get that, but that's two main games now. Our two biggest games of a season, to an extent, against our arch rivals, where Frank, put it on Frank, whatever way I want to say it, where Frank did not get that team hyped up for the game, the whole team. Okay, give or take a player. But a majority of that one, out of everyone I named, I think you agreed. The rest of them, they might as well have shrugged their shoulders to it. Whether it was the formation, whether it was this, whether it was for that. For the first half, we're playing 3 at the back. We might as well have 11. Majority of the team weren't getting stuck in. There was no positive in it whatsoever of passing it forward. Everything was just coming backwards, even when we got the ball. And then we try a through ball forward, like off Van der Ven. We're obviously going to lose it when it has to go through 5 people. And then in the second half, we only looked that bit better because Richarlison just got that goal and they let us back in the game. And then they put up the gas and took us out of the game again at their will. So the question is here, obviously the team ain't good enough. We know that, yeah? But I do think Frank needs to have a question or two now. He should be hyping these players up for this game more. You know, it didn't look like that team was up for it. Few of the players I named, yeah, but it didn't look like the team was up for it. To me, that is what Chelsea should have been, basically. Chelsea, we could have lost that 4-5-1 easily. We only lost it 1-0.
You're right. You're right.
So,
I mean, look, I look at multiple factors, Dan, and again, this isn't. I think my man James has just said in the chat, big up, just said, who, you know, where are the leaders? Who are the leaders in games like that? Where are the leaders? Where? And again, I think we've got too many boys. I don't think we've got enough men. I want men. I want leaders. I want experienced pros. You know, I look. We can ask that. I've got the Spurs review, so I'm not going to go deep into it now, but. Questions can be asked to Frank. Questions can be asked to the players. Questions can be asked to the board. Something's not right at Tottenham Hotspur. Is it going to be a quick fix in 2, 3, 4 months? No. But again, I think I always ask myself this. What is it that people are expecting from the team in general? I don't mean in a one-off performance. I mean in general. And I don't ever expect too much, Dan. I know I'm boring people to tears. Say, I don't. I'm watching too many very, 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 I mean, I'm using the word average, Dan. I feel like the word should be poor. I think Odegaard's a really poor footballer. Sorry, I'm going to say it. I think Richarlison is a very poor footballer. Great goal. I'm not going to knock that, right? But as a footballer, his touch, his control, holding, poor footballer. Bentancur is as average a midfielder as you're going to see. Bergvall is average. Sarr, I think, is a poor footballer, like technical ability. Jed Spence for me. Jed Spence is a brilliant defender. I think technically as a footballer, lackadaisical, gives away nearly every pass he makes, he gives it away. Pedro Porro, keep hearing about Pedro Porro, can't pass this season. So for me, I look at Spurs and I say, where are we? What are we? What are we, Dan, as a football club right now? What's the hopes? What's the dreams? What's the ambitions? I genuinely don't know.
Look, the question I've got more at the moment is I'm pretty much agreeing with most of what you've said, yeah? The quality isn't there. We know that. The problem I've got there, you don't have to be a good player or a quality. You can be the shittest player on the planet, but it don't mean you can't turn up for a game. And what I mean by turn up for a game is turn up with your heart and soul and get stuck into the game. Do you know what? Even get that pissed off that you're 4-1 down and there's like 5 minutes to go and you go and do a dirty tackle. Not that I'm making it right, but it shows that the player's he's frustrated, he's annoyed. We didn't even look like that. I'm not saying that's the way you should play football, but you can at least see when someone does that they're pissed off, they're angry. Like I said, you can have the worst player on the planet, but it still don't mean he can't turn up for a game and want to get stuck into that game.
Sure.
We're having this problem at the moment with games like that. They're not getting stuck into the games, and Frank isn't hyping them up, or they're not turning up. Is it something going on? We don't know. But for me, a manager shouldn't even have to psych the players out for a game like this and hype them up. He should be able to sit there and say, right, pressure's all on them. The pressure ain't on them, on us. We're expected to get beaten. This is what we're going to do. Get stuck into it. Go on, give it. He shouldn't have to sit there and proper get it up and running as such. But it seems like that doesn't seem to be happening either. Forget the winning mentality side of it. The thing they're just not looking like they've got the passion for it, that they want to get stuck into the game. Again, if we would have lost this, the result we did, but got blatantly beaten by the better team, and we got stuck into it, you could have sat there and said, you know what, that bloody hurt, but
yeah, no,
we give it what we had.
I agree. I thought we battled second half. I thought we did. I thought we battled second half. I thought we were putting. Huh?
I think they let us. They turned off the gas. We got that goal, pressed it a bit forward, and then they got the fourth goal and just pressed us back again.
And I'll reiterate, and I'm going to end the show in a minute because I've got the Spurs review at 8 p.m, so I do need to go and have some dinner.
I've got pizza on the way.
I'll say this. Listen, and as I've said before, I know it's so weird for me. Like YouTube, I find very strange because it makes everyone go inwards at each other. So instead of all Spurs fans being hurt, everyone starts going at everyone else, right? And we're all annoyed. We're all frustrated. We're all hurt that we've been battered by Arsenal. Everyone has a right to be whatever they want. Anyone that's Frank out, be Frank out, right? If he goes, I'll say this a million times, Dan. If he goes, he goes. Next manager who comes in here, we're going to be saying the same thing unless we get transfer windows where we bring in quality. This is everything we're seeing right now, Dan, was absolutely my issue in the summer of why we needed a left winger, a striker, a ball-playing midfielder, and experience. Everything we're seeing is what my worry was. Now, I'll talk about Frank tonight. I'm guessing people are going to go deep in on Frank. We'll talk about Thomas Frank later. But, you know, if we're just going to keep going round and round in a carousel, right? If we get rid of, let's say you wake up tomorrow morning, right, and Thomas Frank's been sacked. Fine. Cool. Brilliant. Everyone going, right, bring in Iriola. Cool. Okay, bring in Iriola. What are we going to do? Give Iriola 12 games. Do you know what I mean? What are we going to do? Are we going to give Iriola 12 Premier League games and go, oh my gosh, nothing's changed? Or are we going to turn around at some point and go, we need a bit of patience and calm, right? Arsenal did that with Arteta. It was not good for 2 to 3 years with Arteta. They finished eighth and fifth.
Something right? Like that, yeah.
Eighth and fifth. And we're sitting here after 12 games and going, he's got to go. At some point, if it's Frank, it's Frank. If it's not, at some point, we need to get a manager in and let them build. And if we don't, we're just going to do this over and over and over again. But again, This is not what the Bournemouth fans were saying after 11 games where he didn't win in the first 11 games for them, Dan. Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
I'm still behind Frank in the fact that he needs a season to show if he's got capabilities as such and to dig out where we can see where a lot of the problems are, but what he sees as the problems in that. But I do have questions with Frank now on the fact that he seems to not be getting the players psyched up for a game, basically. And these are 2 games where it shouldn't even be hard to do that job. That should be the easiest job out there, getting the players hyped up for a game against Chelsea and a game against Arsenal. That's where my questions are with Frank now. I'm still saying, give him the season. We've looked okay. We've looked terrible tonight. We've looked all right at times. But I'm now starting to question, why can't you get the players psyched up to get stuck into a game like Arsenal or Chelsea? That's where my questions are. The rest of it, when it comes to the quality and everything, yes, blatantly, we need the better players. No 2 ways about it. But like I said, you don't even need to be a good player to turn up and get stuck into a game.
Yeah.
But either way, my pizza's here. I've got to shoot. I'm bloody hungry.
I'll see you later. Look, I'm going to do some super chats. I'll see
Catch
you later.
See you later.
I'm going to do some super chats. Guys, I'll be back at 8 p.m, people, for the Spurs review. Before we do that, let me big up to Stanley. So where's the creativity in the Spurs team? I don't know, my man. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Lee, yeah, you did say this would happen if we played a back 3. You were right last night. You were very right, Lee. I'll be honest, I didn't mind seeing it tried, but I think it was the wrong game to try it. Big up to you, my man. Big up to D5 Towers. Said Savva, Danso and Odegaard, awful. Never should be wide in a back 3. Can't pass a football. Odegaard so weak. Should never be at Spurs. Look, I agree. For me, Danso should be your backup centre half. I don't mind him. He should be your backup centre half. Odegaard is not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't care what anyone says. People will try and dupe you into it. This is not the level for Tottenham Hotspur at all. Big up to you, my man. Big up to Jordan. Very generous as always. So we can't play out from the back, so we pump it long to Richie, who can't hold it up. We don't have the players to play either style, and nothing will change until the next transfer window. Oh, mate, we'll go into it in detail tonight. We will. So frustrated with Spurs right now. Big up to you, Jordan. Appreciate that, my man. A user said, we ain't winning squat. Need to align our ducks. Completely agree. A lot needs to be aligned at Spurs. I think we're going to take years to sort this crap out. We've had years and years of no plan, and it is showing right now. Big up to you, a user. Big up to Stephen. Thank you very much. Just with a super sticker. I really appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much for that. Big up to Mark Taylor, who has said, what do people expect against a good Arsenal side and a bang average Spurs side? Not enough quality players. Look, there's things we could have done better, I definitely think, but I do think we were schooled. Men v boys. I do, Mark. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate that. Ray has said the golfing class is there for all to see. Obviously not happy we lost, but it's what I was expecting. I have confidence in Frank. He just needs time. Look, we will talk about this tonight properly. We will. Phil Coy said lack of effort in a London derby yet again. I don't think it was a complete lack of effort. I mean, could there have been more? Yeah, but I do think that we just got schooled by much better technical footballers. Big up to you. And Amanda, big up to you as well. Thank you. Very generous. I said, why have we gone from a pressing team at the start of the season to a very pragmatic team now? We've been poor for a while. I just don't get it. Frank needs to sort it. Well, Frank does need to sort it, whatever it is. Look, thank you very much, Amanda. I really appreciate that. Listen, I really appreciate you all. We'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. It is what it is. We move. I just think, Mike, I think from top to bottom, I think it's terrible. I completely agree with you. Look, let's talk about this tonight. Much love. Thanks for all the sensible people. Take care. Much love. I'll see you at 8 p.m. for the Spurs review. And as always, come on, you Spurs.